Good morning, Dr. Manoj. Just checking to
Very
see
good
if
morning, sir.
everything.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
wanted to
actually
check.
struggling to. I'm struggling to open it into my laptop, personal computer. It's only opening mobile.
On your mobile.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I don't think we'll be able to.
Okay. Well, but you were coming in very clearly, and I cannot make if there is any difference. So
Yeah,
maybe you could continue.
because it's a big phone, not fold, no. So still I'm very comfortable in that.
Okay. Only thing is, you won't be. When people call you, it's going to be a bothersome.
Yeah. And at that time, what happens? That the phone gets stopped.
It will ask to install one Zoom software.
Chantel, yes.
Now they have updated. Last 2-3 days before they have updated.
Okay, so then I need to update it.
It will install. So you click through the link.
Which one? The first link?
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Can you see my presentation, sir?
Yes. Yeah, very clear.
Okay. Thank you.
Senthil, you said I need to update the Zoom app.
No, it's already updated. When you come online, it gets updated. The other one of the speaker is not able to connect. I was instructing him.
Yeah, because most of I think those who are trying to get through the link, they're not able to open in the. But mobile, it immediately got opened.
Okay.
Hello, Senthil.
Yes, Manoj bhai, you need something?
Ramesh, I'm trying to open in computer whatever the link has sent to the panelist. Again, it is directing me towards the registration.
No, now you're online. You're okay, sir.
I'm online because this is on my
Okay.
mobile phone. That is
Yeah.
I'm not able to.
I think you can sign in into one account from one system only. So you have to sign out of your mobile and then go to your system.
Sure.
You have to be signed
Then
in. This link works for only one system. Manoj bhai? Huh? Motor போட்டிருக்காங்களா?
President, now you can hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Manoj bhai, we can hear you.
No, I managed to join from my desktop.
That's great, sir. Thank you so much.
So, thank you. You can hear me, Ramesh, very clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear. Very clear.
Thank you, brother.
Just you can adjust your video so your slightly your head is getting cut. So maybe if you can yeah, this fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Ramesh,
Yes, sir.
Ramesh, can you contact Senthil because Hetal sent me a message saying that he is not able to join. So probably
lot of people, Saji,
yeah.
lot of people are not able to join through the link. I struggled a lot, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I just joined through the same link only.
Yeah, I also joined through same link.
Yeah, so maybe we need to send that mail once again. So
Saji, it's not problem with the mail. Saji, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not
it must
problem
be problem
with
with their
the
particular.
mail. See, the link is working. They have to
system.
sign in into the Zoom account.
Okay, you have to log into the Zoom account with the same email ID. Is it?
Yes. When you click the link, sometimes it's asked to sign in the Zoom account. It asks for a Zoom account.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I'll just talk to.
Yes, so many people are getting this error, this problem.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
But Senthil, we have a direct live on YouTube also, na?
Yes, it's going on. It's live now.
And what is the link, Senthil?
So, Society of Aquaculture Professionals channel. You can log in there. I will send the link also now.
Please WhatsApp me, na, because my son wants to view the program.
Yes, I'll send it.
So, President, very good morning. Your mic is muted, President. I just wanted to remind you.
Thanks, Dr. Ramesh. Thank you. Good morning to you also.
Today,
I think that
I'm not
yes.
able to activate this virtual background because it is asking for a green screen and all that. Mine is a Mac. So,
it's actually gotten better. No,
it's
it's actually gotten better. Previously, it needed a green background, and right now I'm not having a green background.
Okay.
And so it's actually a white background here, and it's still working fine. So
okay.
So just try it on, and don't click that. I have a green screen on. Don't do that. It's looking awful right now.
Yes. Now, when I don't click on the green screen, then I don't have that option at all.
No, you have to uncheck that. You have to uncheck that. I have a green screen. Uncheck that.
No, it's awful.
Yeah, don't go for it. I think maybe because of the artwork that you have on the wall.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be that.
Try without that, probably.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
All the same.
Yes. Yeah, Sajay, I think you're better off without it.
Better that way, yeah. Maybe I'll have to keep a green screen or something behind me. Maybe tomorrow I'll try.
Yeah, I have very good connectivity this morning because I'm in a hotel, and for some reason, the Wi-Fi is not working. So they gave me. I'm sitting in the server room of the hotel. They put me on the cable network. So it's super fast.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, my suggestion is that let's get started because we're already 15 minutes behind.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have a really tight program.
Senthil, send that link once again to Hetal because he's still not able to join. The speaker link, or is it the same for all?
Senthil is muted.
Yes. Sir, it is same for all, but for any host or you can send your link also. He can try to join. Yes.
Okay, I can send my link also.
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
you send the link. I will make him as a panelist. No problem.
Okay. I'll send my link.
Yeah, we have 67 people waiting, so I think we should get started in a few minutes.
Hetal, I sent you that link once again in your mail. So what you have to do is that you click on that. I mean, it's my own link only. So, use your email ID that hetal@myoceans.com. With that, you log into Zoom account. Okay, and we are making you as a panelist, so you can join. So try once again. Click on that link. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have 68 people right now.
It looks like Zoom is creating problems for a lot of people.
Yeah, somebody is asking. Just now I saw a comment. Please send Zoom link. Many friends are waiting for the link. Okay, wait. I think I'll just copy that link and send it.
Saji.
Yeah.
Saji, from here we can also declare that YouTube link is very easy. You can anybody can just log into YouTube and listen to the live streaming.
Yeah. I'll do that. We just copy all that and probably we can.
Yeah, we see an increasing number of people joining on the YouTube. We have 21 watching now.
Yeah, even my son just called me. YouTube is getting easy to get in rather than this Zoom.
If all the speakers have joined, I think we should get started.
We can see now. Some of our speakers are missing. Right now we have 1, 2, 3. Only three have joined. Suresh.
Yeah.
Ranjit has joined and Ali Hussain.
And also I think Mr. Ramaraju is here. I saw that just a few minutes ago.
Now who is missing is Ravindra Babu, then Veera Chami and Hetal. So three speakers are missing. We have 4 in place.
My concern is that we're going to run out of time already.
Not able to join? See, have you registered on Zoom? Okay, so with that, I mean, you're able to, yeah. Meeting ID is just a second. I mean, what's our meeting ID, Senthil?
It is not mentioned in the email, Sajid.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Meeting ID and password is given.
Click on that link, you know, I mean, it will make you join. I mean, that because it's quite simple. I mean, I mean, you have a Zoom app on your this thing. Otherwise, you can use. Acha. Yeah, cloud meeting, yes. Zoom US, Zoom.us. Yeah, you have to sign in, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm holding. Got it? Have you registered in Zoom? Your account, I mean, this Hetal Patel, I mean, my Oceanus, that ID is registered in Zoom. You have registered, no? You have a login ID and password, everything is there. So with that, I mean, you are not able to log in. Oops. Okay. So this is, yeah. Say webinar ID is 9536508. Yeah, yeah. 365 08 086 768. Yeah, and the passcode 093737. Yeah, just try that. Yeah. 09. Yeah. Please, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me see if you're there. Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. Now, Senthil.
Saji, best is to share the password.
Yeah.
Anybody can open and join meeting.
Yeah, Hetal has joined now. He somebody has to make him a panelist.
Yeah, I'll make it.
Yeah, yeah.
What name he has joined? His name is
Hetal Patel.
Hetal Patel.
No, Hetal Patel name is not there.
No, I already added. Senthil, இப்பதான் add பண்ண.
Right. Okay.
Welcome, Hetal.
Yeah. Hetal, start your video.
Video is on?
No, your video is not on.
Yes. Wait.
You are looking handsome with the ribbon gathers. No video.
And Hetal, you have the presentation on the same system in which you have logged in?
Madhu Garu, welcome.
Yeah. Looking smart, Hetal.
Thanks.
Hetal bhai ki jai.
So your presentation is on the same system, no? Where you
Yes,
have logged in?
yes,
Okay.
it's on the same system.
Okay. All done. Perfect.
Good morning.
થોડો પાછળ જાય એટલે થોડો પાછળ જાય તો એટલે હા એટલે તો ઓલો કેમેરો નીચે કર એટલે ખાલી હા ને આજે બસ પરફેક્ટ So what time will start, President?
Right now.
Right now.
You should have started yesterday. Madhu, all the three speakers from Andhra has joined. AP.
Bala,
Saji,
good morning to all.
Yeah.
Saji, I'm just waiting for Veerachami to join. He's the only person who's finding it difficult. The other two have joined.
Okay.
What I suggest, Madhu, is that we would help him personally to get in.
Yeah.
Let's not do it here because we are already half an hour late.
Half an hour.
And we have people, many people waiting. So I think, all those things, hereafter, maybe we could do it one-on-one, getting together with the people rather than, through this media. So let's get started now. What I suggest, Madhu, is that we would help him personally to get in. Yeah. Let's not do it here because, we are already half an hour late. And we have people, many people waiting. So I think, all those things, hereafter, maybe we could do it one-on-one, getting together with the people rather than, through this media. So let's get started now. What I suggest, Madhu, is that we would help him personally to get in. Yeah. Let's not do it. Why is this? Why am I repeating myself?
There is some echo, sir.
No, it's not. Some recording is paused and the recording is getting played. You can see on the top, the recording is paused.
The recording is playing. Yes.
Yeah, I think Senthil has to unmute the recording.
What I suggest, Madhu, is that we would help him personally to get in. Why is this? Why am I repeating myself?
There is some echo, sir.
No, it's not. Some recording is paused and the recording is getting played. You can see on the top, the recording is paused.
The recording is playing. Yes.
Okay, is everything okay now?
Sir, I stopped the recording. So maybe Senthil has to restart the recording if he requires.
I think Ramesh, you can see there is a live on YouTube is also looking. That you have to stop. The second sound is coming from live YouTube.
Is everything okay now?
Sir, I stopped the recording. So
So maybe Senthil has to restart the recording.
No, it's not about recording. There is also live on YouTube.
Yeah, it is recording. I can see it is being recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded, Saji. But again, the voice is repeating. I think we are able to hear the live streaming on the YouTube.
Has anybody logged in with 2 accounts having one more system parallel?
Hello.
It's not about recording.
Join here.
Live on YouTube.
Yeah, it is recording. I can see it is being recorded.
No.
Yeah, it's recorded, Saji. But again, the voice is repeating. I think.
Saji,
Same thing is repeating. Streaming on the YouTube.
Has anybody logged in with
Login
accounts having one more system parallel?
change మీ సిగ్నల్ కూడా రావట్లేదు మీరు చేయండి మీరు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి చేయండి ఓకే
Anybody logged in YouTube also parallelly in the same system?
Senthil.
Yeah.
I think some YouTube link is also we are able to hear that. That's what
Someone who has a co-host authorization, they have logged in Zoom and YouTube on the same system. So the YouTube audio is also getting repeated in Zoom again. Some delay will be there in the YouTube. So if they have signed in both in Zoom and YouTube, it will be repeating.
So please sign out from YouTube.
I think now people have signed out. Now you are not getting the resonance.
Okay. Great.
Senthil, you have to start recording. Yeah, very good morning, sir. I think we can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. And I really apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had in the morning. Thank you for putting up with it and staying with us. I would like to at this moment thank our Vice President for Events, Mr. Madhusudan Reddy, with the help of our Vice President for Membership, Mr. Saji Chako, and our Treasurer, Mr. Vijayanand, has put together an excellent program for today and tomorrow. And we have as our moderator, Dr. Manoj Sharma, to lead the program today. Thank you very much, Dr. Manoj, and welcome to this event. SAP has organized many good farmer programs in the past, and this is our first farmer program that is being organized over a virtual platform. I think, in spite of all this difficulty that we have with the pandemic and the lockdown and our inability to conduct physical meetings, this is going to be a good program. The two-day program involves, on the first day, taking stories from the farmers. We're taking success stories from the farmers who have done well in their farming and understand, what made them click, what made them work, and how did they make, the shrimp farming successful in their own farms. And that's the secret that these speakers are going to share. And I want to thank and also welcome the speakers to this event. Thank you very much for willing to spare your time and also share, what is in your hand. So I just don't want to take a lot of time at this moment, and I would like to hand it over to the moderator for the day, Dr. Manoj Sharma, to carry this forward. I know we are in good hands with him. Thank you again, Dr. Manoj Sharma. The mic is yours now.
Thank you so much, President. And I'd like to first of all thank you and the entire team of SAP for giving me this chance to moderate one of my favorite topic and subject of farming, because farming is my bread and butter, my livelihood, and it's a subject of my love and passion, and also my future. So today the topic we're talking about, overcoming the hurdles in shrimp farming, the story from India and elsewhere. And everybody knows that, last 20, 30 years, India have been doing so good in shrimp farming day by day, whether it was a monodon era or it was a Vanami era. Both the eras have seen the rise and fall. And lot of, because when you are doing shrimp farming, it is inevitable that you are not going to get a challenge. But when you get the challenge, it is up to you whether you face the challenge and overcome it, or you leave it or you move ahead. So everybody knows that, India, whether it was a monodon or Vanami, now India is number one in shrimp production, number one as an exporter. And looking into that, so our government is very enthusiastic, and they have taken out the numerous packages. Worth mentioning is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana and all. But since it's a livestock, and we all know when you are trying to rear a livestock, you are bound to have some problems. And amid COVID, because in March 22, when the complete lockdown was declared in India, we have faced many challenges, many problems in the industry. Farmers were clueless what's going to happen next. And especially because I belong to Gujarat, and I have seen Gujarat from the scratch to the second leading state in India. So here also, March 22 onwards, there was a severe lockdown, and right from hatchery to seed supply to feed, the logistic, the social obligations, hell lot of problems. But then also farmers, they tried to produce shrimp. And when we talk about definitely hurdles, yes, we faced enormous hurdles because India is completely on foreign market for the produce to export. But as a farmer, what I have learned and understood that really right now, the major issues, the major challenges, the major hurdles coming from the production side, is coming from the primary production area. We need to work on the production. We need to clear the hurdles from the production. Then most of the farmers will agree to that. This year, rather than the COVID and the impact of COVID, farmers have not done the disease, but there's environmental issues, the carrying capacity, and so many. So I think I'm very, very thankful to the president and the team, because they have really picked up wonderful speakers, right from 5-hectare farm to 500-hectare farm, doing from a very basic shrimp farming to a very modern shrimp farming. So today, those who are listening to us will get a complete, like a choice of their subject, and they can learn. I think 90% of the farmers, those who are facing problem, I think the speaker selection and the topic selection. So to before invite, because the topic is on shrimp farming hurdle, I like to quote a few lines of famous football player Michael Jordan, that obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. So getting into inviting the speakers, and then the first of his is first speaker is Bala Subramaniam, and unfortunately Bala couldn't attend because he lost his mother day before yesterday. And our condolences to Bala from the entire SAP team, the Professor. He is a General Secretary, Prawn Farmers Federation, and he is a very fluent and a very good speaker himself, and we are going to miss him definitely. But on behalf of him, Dr. Ramesh, who is the technical manager of Wenger, he is a global representative of Wenger, and he is also a very confident speaker. I'm very thankful to Ramesh to agree to present the paper on behalf of Bala Subramaniam. So Ramesh, the mic is up to you. You can hear me, Ramesh? Unmute yourself, Ramesh.
Yeah, very good morning, Dr. Manoj ji.
Thank you.
And thank you, team, for giving me this opportunity. And I'm honored to present this presentation on behalf of Mr. Bala. He is very well known in the Indian shrimp farming industry. He's called as very fondly called as Pondi Bala. I think everybody knows him. He is the General Secretary of the Prawn Farmers Federation of India. So the topic is technical and management intervention for successful shrimp crop in 2020. Whatever his experience, his learnings of 2020. So I'll be sharing it on behalf of Bala. Bala is a very well-known shrimp farmer. I've known him for almost 25 years. This is a big privilege to be with somebody who has like 2.5 decades of experience in shrimp farming. Right from 1995, 96, I've known him. He has been consistently doing farming. So he has been a successful farmer. Year after year, he has been doing good crops. He has seen the ups and downs of the industry. He has lived with white spot, what all and what not, all diseases, white fecal, all these things he has seen. And he has overcome that and consistently been a shrimp farmer. So this is one of a good experience of Mr. Bala that I would like to share with you. So he feels that one of the key factor for success is disease prevention and disease management. Everybody know that like disease is one of the biggest challenge that we have. So the first thing is like prevention. Like you have to be proactive to prevent the disease. And in case there is a disease outbreak, so we have to know how to manage the disease so that we can save the crop, make good profits, and also prevent the disease from spreading to the environment and polluting other shrimp farms. So some of the aspects of disease prevention that I'll share with you here is we need to have a very strong farmer group or association to prevent and contain the disease, especially white spot. We have known white spot. We have lived with white spot for more than 25 years now. So the farmer association is very important wherever you are, whichever part of India or whichever part of the world. Like I think that area, whichever the smaller micro area, the micro niche, you need to have very good farmer interaction, discussions, and it is always a collective effort where the farmers have to come together, discuss with each other, and plan the stocking. And if any disease outbreak, they should communicate with each other so that they should not drain the pond without treating, and somebody should not be pumping the pond. So systematic pond pumping, stocking, harvest would be very good for this. And also they should have a very good biosecurity protocols. Generally, I will talk about this later. And the next point which we want to highlight is pakka preparation of pond. Like I know why Bala's used this word, because with monodon, I think everybody had a lot of time. They did 2 crops a year. They did very good proper pond preparation. But with Vaname, with the fast money making machine, people want to harvest the crop and start the next crop very quickly. So they want the pond turnover time. Like they want to do 3 crops in a year. They want to do 4 crops in a year and harvesting at small sizes. So we are compromising on the pond preparation. So that is the very basic. So pond preparation should be very good. That is the foundation for the next 100 days of culture. So you have to take time to do very good pond preparation. And also we have to eradicate EHP. Many people who are affected by EHP, they after harvesting the crop, they start the next crop again. So we should follow very good EHP eradication protocol by application of calcium oxide or sodium hydroxide, and take the soil samples, water sample, check it in a lab, make sure that it's not EHP positive, and then start the next crop. So this will help in a greater degree. So this is something like everybody is aware, like pond side fencing. Like you can see the 2 arrow marks. One is the crab fencing, other is the bird fencing. So these are preventive measures. Like crab is a carrier, so this pond side fencing prevents the crab from entering the pond, which are the carrier of the white spot or any other disease. And also the bird fencing to prevent the birds from coming and picking up the dead shrimps and putting it into another pond. So this crab fencing and bird fencing, many people feel that crab fencing is for their safety. They don't want to prevent, they want to prevent the crabs from entering their ponds. But many people are reluctant to do bird fencing. They feel that, oh, bird fencing is expensive. You have to spend more money on it. and it doesn't give any benefit for the farmer actually putting the bird fencing unless he's a big farmer. But if you see, if all the farmers in the area are using bird fencing, even if one farm is affected by the disease, it greatly reduces the spread of the disease to the adjacent ponds or the adjacent farmers. So this is something which every farmer has to follow all the crops. So this is a closer look about the crab fencing. So how it is being done. So the next thing is the seed selection. Though many people are rushing to the hatchery to purchase the seed, and they just check the cost of the seed. But I think we should have a very good long-term relationship with the hatchery. So you have a good relationship with the hatchery owner, the manager, the technician. You know which is the right time to stock the seed, and you fix up the time, and then you closely monitor it. You can even take samples of seed at different stages, Nauplii, PL5, PL10, check it in a lab for white spot or other diseases, periodic monitoring and health analysis, also seed quality analysis like muscle gut ratio, the size of the seed, the PL size, the health condition, and then you have to purchase the seed. Cost is not the only factor. You also have to see the quality of the seed and also the history of the hatchery. A good reputation of the hatchery will go a long way in selecting a good hatchery. And nowadays, like the last couple of years, we have seen that nurseries have come up all over India in everywhere. So nursery rearing has caught up very well, and you have to make sure that if there is somebody having a commercial nursery in your area, you can buy the seed from those nurseries, or we have to maintain our own nursery and then go for the growth stage. And if you're planning to go for a nursery reared seed, you have to give very good nutrition, good quality feed, special nursery feeds where the nutrition is very well for the high density of seeds in the nursery, and so that they can grow very well in the growth stage. And the next thing is like we have to regularly upgrade the farm infrastructure. Many times, like some farmers take pond on lease. So when it is a lease pond, like the infrastructure is very poor, and the lease farmer also don't want to spend more because he feels that next year whether the farmer will give the pond to me on lease or not. So you have to make sure the farm has a very good infrastructure like good aeration, good power supply, generator backup, and all the infrastructure required to do very good farming. And now it is always suggested that we have to do the multi-stage farming. Like we have a nursery stage and a growth stage. The nursery stage where you grow the seeds like for up to 2 grams, 3 grams. Now there are different school of thought. Some people want to grow it for 2 grams. Some people say 3 grams or 5 grams. So whatever it is, you can consult your technician and your local geography, and you have to go with it and then go for a growth system. We have a very good lineup of speakers, very well-known speakers who will be speaking after me. So I don't want to touch upon their topic. So every one of them has their own specialized working here. So they will be giving their inputs. And when you go for a nursery, it is always preferred to have a lined nursery pond, because we know that generally the EHP spreads from the soil. So if you have a lined pond, it is always very good. And also in the nursery, we should keep very low stocking density at 2 PL per liter. This is how Bala has practiced. And with auto feeders, you can control the amount of feed so that you don't dump more feed into the pond and pollute the pond bottom. So auto feeders are also helpful. And the next thing is the sludge removal. So nowadays we can see many farmers, they have central drain system, they have sludge pumping where they have a hose and they clean the pond bottom to remove the sludge. And you have to handle the sludge also very carefully with a very good effluent treatment pond or effluent treatment system where you pump the sludge or drain the sludge into that ETP, store it, treat it before you drain it into the creek or whatever is the ocean or wherever it is. You have to make sure it is very well treated, and then only the overflow water is allowed to flow into the environment. Aeration is very well known, like everybody knows about aeration, but often people do some high stocking, so they don't take care of it. So what Bala has done is he has maintained a very good dissolved oxygen of 5 ppm in the early morning hours, like before dawn, before the sunlight comes, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That is a critical DO period. At that time, we should have a DO of 5 ppm. Then back to basics. Bala is a man who is known for his basics. Like in the times of Monodon, everybody was running around with pH bends, salinometer, and Sechi disc. Now I don't see. I've been to many farms. I don't see a Sechi disc in many farm, and many people even don't know what a Sechi disc is. So we have to go back to basics. We have to constantly, every day, maintain record the pH, the ammonia, the water quality, the bloom density, the bloom color, and turbidity levels in the pond water. Then feed management is also very important. We have to maintain record and see how much feed is going, how much animal you have stock, what is the body mass, what is the biomass, and whether we are giving the right amount of feed to that animal. Then what Bala has done is he has regular routine monitoring of check tray, and based on that he increases the feed, and also periodically, like weekly or once in 10 days, he does cast netting to see the animal health and also the growth. And for maintenance of machinery also, we should spend some time, money, and effort to make sure there is no breakdown of equipment. Say you're pumping, you don't have a backup pump goes bad, it's an eventuality, so we have to make sure that doesn't happen. And also we should have some spare aerators, spare motors, so that we can manage the system. And when we are doing all these, we also have to take into account the production cost and cost cutting, because the cost, the material cost is highly fluctuating and very fluid. So we have to make sure we don't overspend the money and end up in a loss. And the team of workers, the pond workers, the feed boys and managers, there should be a dedicated team always looking after the pond and very carefully monitoring the system and informing, because many times the farm owner cannot be on the site 24/7. So he has to prepare a very good dedicated team. And with this team, Bala was able to manage his farm. Even though he was not always on the farm, he used to be traveling, he was able to do this. And he has interacted very well with farmers within India and also outside India. Bala is a very good speaker. He speaks in seminars in as far as even in Ecuador. So these interactions, we can have exchange of ideas. We can gather from farmers of other states, other districts, and also from other countries. And we have to interact with people with very good technical knowledge. Not that somebody wants to promote some product, you are getting carried away by them. With people with good professionals, we have to share information and gather information. So Bala's farm is located.
Last 2 minutes. Time.
Yeah. So I'm coming to the end, sir. So Bala's farm is located in southern part of India, in the state of Tamil Nadu, in the southern district of Tamil Nadu called Nagapatnam, in a small village called Karapidagai. His average pond size is about 0.75 hectares, about 2 acres in size. And he has 2-stage farming. One is the nursery and then a grow out. So his production was 6.1 tons per hectare with a stocking of 23 pieces per meter square. He had an excellent FCR of 1:1.1. This is very rare to see nowadays. DOC was 93 and average body weight was 29 grams, roughly around 34 count. And the survival rate was 93%. It's a phenomenal, very good success rate. And it was just single harvest, no partial harvest. And he was lucky, like we could say that the temperature was very constant between 31 to 29. Salinity was very optimal, around 12 ppt. I can see some of the panelists and farmers smiling. This is a very optimal thing that you can get. And he maintained very good 12 4-wheel 2 HP aerators. And he providing one wheel for every 75 kg of biomass. He took the seed from his Coast hatchery. Feeding was normal monitoring, no feed additives, just using some probiotics and commercial minerals when required. So in summary, in Bala style, like this, very clearly he says that you choose a good healthy seed, rear them in healthy animal and get a wealthy crop. Very simple, like very basic. Everybody knows this, but often we don't follow it. So we have to take care of the seed. We have to take care of the environment. Automatically, you will get a very good crop. Thank you so much for sharing this information on behalf of Mr. Bala. Thank you, Manoj Bhai.
Thank you, Ramesh, for the excellent presentation. And we didn't miss Bala, honestly. You did a fantastic job, Ramesh. Thank you so much. And as a farmer, I could see the last crop statistics that really made me very happy. And with that 99 days short crop and 29 gram ABW and with FCR 1.1, I think Bala has made a good money this year.
Yes, sir.
And
thank you.
It's very, very good. Congratulate to Bala. And a small point that farmers' unity is very, very important and paramount in process of shrimp farming in that particular area, and keeping the basics very right. Here, I think Madhu Garu, we need to take some questions here, or we will take after the last session. Madhu Garu?
I would say that we
Madhusudan
can
Reddy.
take after the last session, sir, because we are running late.
Okay. Then I would like to invite the second speaker, Mr. Hetal Patel. Hetal Patel is very, very known to me because he's from Gujarat, and I have seen Hetal since his childhood, and he's a second generation farmer. His uncle Rajabai, I used to work with him, and I have seen Hetal right from almost 20-25 years, and he joined aquaculture, especially the master's degree in aquaculture management, to support the business of his family. And today he has done his phenomenal growth, right from 4 ponds to he has made almost 40, 60 pond, 80 pond of his own. Then he became a very successful farmer to trader to distributor, and now he is a very proud processor, one of the best processors in Gujarat. And I invite Hetal to present his one of the most modern and good farm facility, and this year he has rocked in his production area. I welcome Hetal to share his good experience from Gujarat.
Hello everyone, good morning. Hi. Today Manoj Bhai has given the introduction. It just is a big name. Manoj Bhai is a big, what is a pillar, biggest pillar over here. We say him our Guruji. So Guruji is teaching us whatever we do. This 2020 was a very tough year for every one of us. We had to change the challenges what Gujarat farmers are facing. So the creeks are getting contaminated, everything. So we had a lot of issues of EHP and white feces. So there was no way now we have to change the way we do the culture. It's the same way, we can't continue anymore. So that's what what I have implemented is I've changed my farms. I've earlier my farms were 1 hectare ponds, big ponds were there, and so what we did was we started with nursery. We started nursery in 2016 itself. We started for nursery, but this year we started for 2-phase nurseries. We started at 2-phase nurseries, and because the main motto is to reduce the time of the shrimps to put in the grow out, less exposure in the grow out. That is the main motto. So I'll share with you the crop which I've done. This is my own Gokuldam site which we have managed, and I'll share the screen with you. Play.
Hetal, put it on full screen.
Yes, I'm doing. Yeah, can you see?
Yes, sir. We can see your presentation. Sir.
Yes. Now we can see it. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is a combined model. What we have done is we have Gokuldam. One of my site is Gokuldam, and we have changed the farm while we have reconstructed the whole farm. We have So this is my, I've done my qualification as a master's in aquatic biology, and we are into farming since 1994 as Manoj, the second generation farmer. And today I'm also a trader. I'm also today, by seeing the production and all of the Gujarat market, we thought okay, you should come into processing. So that's why we came into processing. And now we can see the story of the Gujarat. Anyway, I'm just, so for us, the culture model, what we focused on is we thought about let's make all the ponds smaller. The main intention was smaller pond that is easy to manage. Second is we want clear and crystal clear water. So we reduce the DOC, the dissolved organic carbon is less than 5 and NTU is less than 1. We also we doing this NTU by sufficient sedimentation and use of we have reduced the DOC by use of PP and the NTU by using of PAC. Aeration is well 10 HP per lakh of seed. We are giving the aerations. The water exchange is almost 3 to 4 kg tons of water per kg of feed. So the sludge removal, obviously 2 to 3 hours per 100 kg of feed. Recirculation, that is also what we thought is once we pump the water inside, we want to keep the same water. We don't want to take another water which is maybe the contaminated. So what we did was we was focusing on recirculation of the water. So once we remove the sludge and all, that same water, the sludge goes to the sludge pit and the same water, we don't put it outside. We bring it that same water back to our reservoirs where there again we have treated it with PAC and PP and bleached it and reuse that water. So for the basic reason we are doing that is to reduce the exposure of outside maybe contaminated water, we don't know. So to reduce that contamination, we are recirculating the same water. Also, as previous panelists have told about biosecurity and all, that is the most important part. Everybody knows about that. So I'll just, so this is our nursery system, what we have done. And so this is this is stage 1 nursery phase. I've got 8 nurseries. After that, we are using 5 nurseries, and we are ready to use or we have used. So the first stage of nursery, we are using around 1500 piece per square meter what we have stocked in the nursery. After nursery, we are shifting it to the second stage. This is all grower ponds, and we have stage. If you can see the arrow, we have shifted from nursery to the grower second stage nurseries, and from second stage nurseries, we in the second stage nurseries we have reduced to 500 pieces, and then we shifted to the grower pieces. In grower pieces, the densities was 125 to 130 piece. I'll give you the details. This is stage 2 nursery, and this is the third grower ponds. So number of tanks. This is the nursery stage what I was talking about, the stage 1. So there are 5 nurseries what we have selected. Then 0.199 square meter nurseries were there. Stocking, so densities was around 1500 per square meter. I told you for 30 days we are rearing it into the nurseries. And in nurseries, the average size what we could achieve is 1.35 grams. And survival rate of we are achieving is around 91%. From nursery, after 30 days, we are stocking, we are shifting the seeds into the stage 2. Stage 2 nursery, there are 6 tanks. In that, the size of the nursery is 2000 square meter. And in that, we reduce the densities by 505 pieces. In stage 2, we managed to achieve 9.11 grams in 29 days. And we got the average survival rate of 89%. After 29-30 days, we shifted to the grow outs. That is the main important part. We shifted it to the grow out, and we reduced the densities to 120 piece. In 120, this is the total distribution. In the growth maximum we had kept it for 58 to 60 days. We achieved our targeted count. So this is a slide which shows why we need to restructure our farm, why I had to restructure my farm. If you see, in year 2016, total 8 ponds were there, 7.7 water spread area was there, 5.5 million we used to stock, and density, average density was 77. So every year, if you see, if you see the arrow, we are reducing. With the last 2 years, 18 and 19, you see the total harvest per kg, the total tonnage is coming less, and the FCR was growing. So there was a need where we thought, okay, now the same way culture can't be done. So these were the old ponds. These were the 8 old ponds. Total 8 ponds were there, and these are the nurseries what we have done, and this is the water system. These are the all 8 ponds. So now we have restructured. This is the whole area. Earlier it was 70% culture and 30% was for water system. So this time we have changed the whole pond. In 2020, the culture area we have done is only 40%, and the water area we have done it 60%. If you see this also 2 ponds are also we have sacrificed as a water system. This is ready to use and water system nurseries. The whole culture we have reframed. So this is a detailed layout where you can see, if you can see the arrow, these are my nurseries. The blue, if you see the water we directly intake from the Mindola River. The Mindola River is almost 1 kilometer away. So we bring the water from there. After that, there's a sedimentation. Then the yellow is PP and pack. Again, after that we have a chlorine dosing. After dosing, water gets after this dosing, the water goes to ready to use for nursery also as well as for the culture also. So first for the nursery, in the same, the water system is same for the nursery and the grow out. So if you see over here, this is the ready to use, all ready to use, and from ready to use, the water overflows from here and goes to the culture ponds. Once this culture pond gets filled, everything, you can see this are all our shrimp toilets. And after this, when we open the central drainage or we suck out the sludge pump with sludge, the sludge goes to over here. It's a sludge pond. This is the sludge pond. You can see the black color. This is sludge pond. From here, we have the pipeline is there. We suck all the sludge. It goes to the sludge pond. After sludge pond, the water, what exchanges we are doing, it comes back from here. You can see it comes back to the pack PP dosing, and comes after bleaching again comes into the system. So we are not wasting the water out. We are reusing the water. This is a restructured of the pond. Earlier there was ponds, culture ponds were 100 meter by 100 meter. What we did a simple plus in between and made it at 0.2 square meter. Yeah. Let me give you the details of the water system. So as I told you earlier, from water we are getting it from 1.5 kilometers away from the Mindola River, from pumping the water. It goes zigzagly, sedimentation happens, and then there is the sedimentation is almost 1.1 hectare. The pack PP we are using is 0.8 hectare, that is 6%. All percentage wise also have divided. After pack PP, the chlorination is almost into 1.1 hectare. The ready to use is 3.24 hectares. Ready to use is all including the nurseries plus the ready to use of the culture pond. This 3.4 hectare always water is filled and it is ready to use. And culture area we have reduced only to 4.86 hectares. So nursery is 0.54 hectare, and wastewater pond, that is wastewater what we cover is 0.6, and sludge pond is almost 0.5, that is 0.5 half hectare we have only kept for the water, the sludge pond, the waste accumulation. So total 12.8 hectare this site is there. Water like goes from here. This is the detail of the water systems. So this is PAC PP and this is the chlorination ponds. As earlier panelists had told, we have to upgrade our farm everywhere regarding the infrastructure. You can see we also have to. That's very true. Coming the Vanamai, I think so. Whatever infrastructure you can give, it will give you the returns. That's what I can see. So this is the whole roads and the whole ponds are lined as well. It's a closed system with all the biosecurity. So you can see over here, this is the actual color of my the glass. This is actual what we have, and after treating, this is the water which we get. So you can see the primary where Mindula Creek is there. We have got DOC of 70 and NT of 264. After primary settlement and we reduced. This comes to the 1.5 to 2 kilometer of water channel, and it is reduced to 37 NTU and 33 DOC. After that, we apply PAC and PP. Then it goes fast mix and slow mix, the whole zigzag thing, so that the water movement gets slow and still the sedimentation happens. After that, we getting in this, we is reducing the NTU by, it is coming at 22, and the DOC of it from 70 to just before bleaching, we have reduced the DOC to 80. After bleaching, again the NTU and the bleaching, the DOC is reduced. Then when it comes to ready to use, you can see the NTU final, the NTU in the ready to use 2.9, and the DOC we have reduced to 5.8. So if you see from start, the creek water, the DOC is 70. We have reduced the DOC, that is dissolved organic carbon, to 4. So that is how much percent? That is huge. The difference you can see this, the glass, the color, the water in the glass. This is actual water we get in Dumas. In Surat, basically it's a polluted water. The whole area is surrounded by textile mills and everything. But we are managing somehow. So this was the actual color from the creek, and then after the treatment and all, we can see the water, the color what we got over here. So we could achieve this color. So this is the natural sedimentation, the zigzag way. This is fast mix, the PAC and PP fast mix. You can see. Then this is PAC and PP doing. After that, this is PAC fast mix, and then this is a slow mix. The whole PAC PP area also we have done is all lined, so that we can clean it afterward. Regularly, we are cleaning PAC PP and the sedimentation pond twice, once or twice a couple of in couple of weeks we are washing it once. So filtration is there. This is chlorination method. We have already using this chlorination and dosing is over here. We are not dosing it into the culture ponds. We are dosing it over here itself.
The last 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we can see this. This is all the line ponds. Yeah. This is the culture pond what we have got. The aerators, in nursery we are using 24 HP, 24 hours of blowers are going on. So the paddle wheels are 12 numbers before water exchange and 8 numbers to 10 to say, and paddle wheel almost 24 HP plus blower. That total nursery we are using 34 HP, stage 2 we are using 34 HP, and in the stage 3 the culture also we are using 24 HP. This is the basic. This is the layout of the we are using 3 rows of aerator, 1, 2, and 3. You can see, and the central you can see over here it's a dead zone. That is a water drainage what we have, so that the sludge, because this whole circulation centrifugal force of sludge comes into the center, and we remove the sludge from the center. We also having auto feeders, regular auto feeders are going on. I'm not going to go through details. Everyone knows about this. This is every 2 days we can see this molting shell what we have getting at regular monitoring of the shrimps we can see, and sludge we are removing through the sludge pit, sludge pump which goes directly to the sludge pond, and in the central drainage we remove this molting shells and all. you can see this all sludge, this all going to the sludge. So this from here it is getting pumping. This the whole line is going on. Again, the whole line is going on, and then we treat it with pack PP and coming back. So this is the recirculation process which I was telling you. Total number of pumps and all what we have. We are using our 804 HP. This is we can see the nursery tanks and all. Nursery stage phase 1 and phase 2. I'm not going to go into detail. I'll give you the economics on this. This is the cost analysis what we have done. We can discuss it in the question answers. After shifting the cost of from the seed cost we are getting is after shifting nursery is 1.25 rupees what we have incurred. And finally, we harvest it to our own processing unit. We take it as a live material. This is a harvest performance. If you can see, 30 days we have, you can see the arrow. I'm concluding. 30 days we had kept into the first stage nursery where we got it around, the EBW was around 1 to 2 grams. In second stage nursery, we had kept it for 28 days. And finally, this is the main thing. In the final grow out, only 53 days we have kept. So 53 days grow out, we could achieve 32 count. So this is the achievement which we were talking about. And total biomass we could harvest was around 27740. 127 tons. We could harvest 127 tons of material, that is into 4.5 hectare total pond. And ADG what we got was 0.4. So per hectare, if you calculate, we could harvest 27 per hectare. So basic, if you see over here what we have done is 4.6 hectares was the total water spread area, 5.7 million the seeds we have stocked, and the whole detail we got average, we got survival of 78%. I made a mistake in second stage nursery. I had prolonged. We didn't. What I learned from this is in second stage nursery you clear the whole nursery so that the ponds get clean again. What mistake I did was we had removed few seeds and kept few seeds into that. But in that, we lost the survivals. So still, we could manage 78% of the average survivals, and we feed is in the higher side, 1.59. But still, we could manage a good thing, and this is all cost analysis what we have done. So key learning from what this we have thing is big farms, big the batch stocking is recommended. Farm for us, we are doing total culture area into 120-150 hectares. So what we have learned is we need to stock into batch wise. Every month we are stocking so that effective utilization of the farm facilities we can use. The manpower we can use very judiciously. Increase the water exchange frequency, because when all the farms we have stocked, then it's very difficult to exchange the water. So batch wise, small number of farms, the size of the ponds are small, everything there, it's easy to manage. Second mistake, what learning I have done in second stage nursery, it has to shift completely. It's always recommended. You have to shift the whole nursery, then you clean, and maybe you can again reduce the density. That is okay. The second, this is the most important thing what I have learned. And the third important point is timely harvest decision. Timely harvest decision is very important. You can't drag. You have to, earlier we used to say, okay, how many grams? Now you have to fix the DOC. Okay, this much DOC, your culture period, you have to always fix it right now. So this is what we have done now. We are fixing the culture period. No more dragging. No more dragging. By dragging more, we always have, we can see the losses. Thank you all. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Atal. Bravo! It's a fantastic presentation. Because personally, I have seen this site, and you are surrounded by almost like a 4,000 odd ponds in your area, and how then you have converted a complete recirculation farm. You are a big example that who believes that failure is not the opposite of success. it's a part of the success. Today you have proved that phrase. Thank you so much. And we all loved your last point, which is very important. Me as also a farmer, don't drag it. Harvest when you see when you notice some mortality. Because today you and me both know that Gujarat, a lot of farmers have lost not because of the running mortality, because the decision to prolong the harvest has lost anything.
Correct.
So thank you once again, Hetal. It was a wonderful presentation. So in between, I'd like to request Senthil to run the commercial for our sponsors, because sponsors are the biggest support and strength to this program. And I request Senthil to run a commercial. Senthil? Hello, Senthil. Thank you, Senthil. Thank you for the commercial break. And we thank each and every sponsors from behalf of the Society of Aquaculture Professionals. And now we'll move to our third speaker. His name is Ravindra Babu from Prakasham, Ungal area. He is having almost 20-25 years experience, and he is a key figure in reviving a lot of old farms in that Ongole area, especially the sandy soil farms. And his experience with converting into polyline ponds and nursery is a very good successful story. So let's hear from Mr. Ravindra Babu from Ongole. Ravindra Babu, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving. Thanks for everyone, and everyone, good morning. Telugu can understand? Telugu.
I think very few people can understand Telugu. Better you and other Srinivas can help you to.
Let him chat, sir. I will join like 1 minute. He will speak. Yeah.
Ravindra Babu, whatever you want to speak Telugu, he will translate us. No problem. Thank you. Srinivas, put it on full screen mode.
Very good morning, all. I'm glad to be here to join with Mr. Ravi Erlagadda to present his presentation, that is technological and management intervention for successful shrimp crop in AP region. Hope everyone can see. Sir, can you see my presentation?
We can see you, Srinivas. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Manoj sir. And coming to Mr. Yarlagadda Ravikumar, he's a farmer in Vetapalam area, that is like near Chirala in Ongole district. Okay. And coming to his farm layout, he's having like 3 ponds. Before I would like to tell his farm history, because he is having like almost 30 years of experience in shrimp industry. Okay, previously he was doing in what you call marketing and all, and after that when he started his farm, he have done in many farms, but this farm he was doing since 9 years. Okay, and he started with Benami in this farm, and 2012 to 2015 he was getting good profits, like almost all every year he used to get 10 to 12 tons in a hectare, and he was getting good amount of money, and as well as he was getting almost like a minimum 50 count, like that he was getting. And in 2016 what happened, he started facing running mortality, and his farm got affected with the WSSP. And in 2017 again he got good crop. After 2017 a big change has happened to his farm.
Srinivas, sorry to interrupt you. Srinivas,
Yes,
can
sir.
you put it on the full screen mode, because this is not still in the full screen mode.
Yes, sir. Can you see now, sir? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Srinivas.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. After 2017, 2018, he got a big change, like, because whenever he stocked after 2018, he was not getting enough growth or good growth. He was stacking with 5 grams or 7 grams, 5 grams in almost all 50 days or 100 days, 100 count, like that. He was suffering a lot. When he found that it is due to EHP, he thought to change and restructure his pond. Okay, in 2018, due to EHP, he lost huge money, and after that, in 2018, he shifted to intensive farming, like with sheet ponds. That is like a HDP line ponds or line pond, you can say. Actually, he made his 1 hectare. Previously, it was a farm is like this completely. It was like almost nearly 1 hectare pond, and his farm layout is like this. 3 1 hectare ponds were there, one reservoir, one drain is there, and he was having Buckingham Canal. From that small canal will come, that is like creek, and he's having a feeder canal, and small bore is there which is having 30 ppt of salinity. Whenever salinity drops to zero, at that time itself he will use, or else he never uses the bore water. And in 2018 he changed his ponds to small ponds, that is like 0.5 acre pond and 1 acre pond. Okay, and the 0.5 acre ponds he initially started for nurseries. Okay, he made 1 hectare pond into 0.5 acre ponds, that is like 4 ponds he have constructed with PE sheet. Okay, and here you can see the length of the pond is like almost 100 meters, and width of the pond is like 20 meters, and in between there is like a central trench which will facilitate, like naturally it will facilitate like effective sludge management. Sludge will accumulate in that trench only. Periodically he used to remove that sludge. And for pond preparation, what for lining, what he have done is, ideally he have engineered his site very well, because any medium scale or small scale farmer can do this kind of approach. Here what he have done is, his big ponds were converted into smaller ponds, that is like 0.5 acre, 0.5 acre, and with length is like 100 meters, and width is very less. Okay, that is like 24 meters only. And previously in his plan itself he included central drain trench, a small trench, that is almost about 0.5 meter kind of width is there. And for that one, he kept slope, and as well as like he compacted, and he removed whatever the small rocks and all in order to lay the HDP sheet. He have compacted and remove all the sharp objects, and after lining, the pond looks like this. He used HDP 0.3 mm sheets, and generally these HDP sheets come in 5-meter roll, and he started like welding and taking the edge. Almost he spent like 55 rupees per square meter. And aeration system also he have done differently. That is like he used only blow air aeration for these ponds. That is around 70 HP for this 2-acre pond. 35 HP will be running every time, and 35 HP will be for backup, and 6 hours will be the shifting time. Okay, and he used air oxy tubes, that is like 1 meter length. He used concrete structures as a sinkers, and he kept 150 grids per pond. Okay, after and why he have selected this kind of air oxy tubes and or nano bubble tubes means it's easy to clean. Whenever the air current or bubble is slow, then he will immediately pick up, and he will easily clean the air oxy tube just by a cloth or even by hands. If you just clean it, it is very easy. And after keeping the aeration and all, generally it is 2-line aeration, and actually the layout will be like this. Okay, and for grid to grid, it will be like 1 meter gap will be there, 1 to 1.5 meter gap will be there. After keeping like this grids and all, after arrangement, what he have done is he stocked the seed. After color appears, that is like phytoplankton appears in your pond, then pond is ready for stocking. After stocking, around 20 to 30 days, here like this, you will get like a bloom. That plankton, phytoplankton converts to bacterial flock. That in between this transition phase, you will get a lot of foam. That's why you need not to worry. And for encouraging the flock, people used to add carbon source, that is like sugar. And after flock comes to the pond, immediately they should add like sugar every day, 4 kgs or something. And based on ammonia also, this dosage might be increased. And a few things we have done every day. We should do like check tray observation in intensive pond. 5 grams per kg feed he have followed for 1 hour. And for 55 DOC, after 55 DOC, generally 10 grams per kg feed for 1 hour. That is like 55 DOC means around 9-10 grams. He have gone for check tray feeding 10 grams. Okay, and if DO is less than 6 ppm in his pond, means definitely he will go for partial harvest. Every day he used to check 2 times DO, that is morning and evening. Definitely he have to check the DO, and based on DO itself he will decide the partial harvest. And every day he used to check ammonia also, and weekly 2 times he used to do sludge removal. And one more suggestion I am giving is, he want to say is, those who are having ETS and ETPs, please go for sludge removal, or else don't keep your whole sludge into creeks, or else it will return you back all pathogens. That's why please don't keep your sludge directly into creek. Okay, that's why ETS you should keep. And already I have told you. Please see here. Okay, actually, in planning itself, they have made a trench. Everything will come into the sludge pit. Okay, this trench. From this trench, weekly twice he used to remove with sludge motor. Okay. And weekly he used to do sampling. And in this sampling, actually, he started with sheet ponds. 4 sheet ponds he have stocked. And in second sampling, he observed like slow growth in sheet pond 4. Then he shifted some of almost 3 lakh animals from sheet pond to earthen ponds. In earthen ponds, after shifting to earthen ponds, here you can see growth was normal, and he harvested in between. He had so many partial harvests, and finally in earthen tanks he went at around 1 or 3 days. He have harvested 30 count, and with ideal FCRs, that is like 1.2 and 1.1. And coming to seed shifting, because already I have mentioned at 40th day, one pond, sheet pond is having slow growth. Then he shifted to earthen ponds. How he have shifted means it's very easy. He didn't have done like any difficult thing. Just like he scooped some of the animals and he weighed it, half kg he have taken in 20 liters of water. Since it is nearby, it is like adjacent pond, immediately he have transferred within 1 minute. Okay. And whenever he observed like white muzzle and cramp,
last 2 minutes.
He stopped like, yes sir.
Last 2 minutes.
Yes sir. And this is these are the details of partial harvest. Generally, for partial harvest, already have told, DO is less than 6 ppm, he will go for partial harvest. And he used to remove almost 500 kg to 1 ton. And after that, whenever feed is dropped, at that time we should not do any partial harvest. This is the key factor. And they should use only drag nets. You should not use cast nets. If you use cast nets, only active animal will come and sick animal will be residing inside. And this is the harvest report. You can see he got like 1.1, almost all everywhere average. He got like 1.1 FCR. And he got like almost all 20 tons, because partial also he have taken 1.5 ton. Okay, 18.5 tons he removed from 2 acres. That is like almost all 9 to 10 tons he harvested from from a acre pond. Okay, that is like 1 acre he harvested 10 tons. And he didn't use any paddle aerators, and he stocked like 200 pieces per meter square. He used Avanti feeds and got FCR of 1.1 FCR at 50 to 40 count, and 1.2 in 40 to 30 count. And intensive farming, this is like take home message for everyone. Okay, daily try to check your pH, DO and ammonia. Okay, if you are doing intensive farming. Okay, and sludge removal, generally you can do weekly twice, but if you are having ETS or ETP, then only you should go for sludge removal. And the advantage, because he have done several crops from that day, but he never faced like white pieces since that after seeing the DO and sludge removal. Here one more aspect is white pieces is everywhere nowadays, but he is not facing that much problem with white pieces. Hardly, if it comes also only one time in a crop. Okay, he is not losing any survival because of white pieces. And partial harvest should be with by measuring DO, and feed should not be dropped. And one more suggestion for farmers is he is stocking like bigger size PLs, thoroughly screened for EHB, because in smaller PLs it is very difficult to screen for EHP. That's why he is trying to get like beyond 12 PLs, like 14 PL like that, and he is talking. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ravindra Babu and Srinivas, thank you so much. And you have proved that there is no secret recipe for success. It's the result of preparation of hard work and learning from the failures.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you for giving us a good presentation. And now I again request Sandhil to run the commercial for our sponsors. And here I'd like to mention we are thankful to Team Avanti, especially Indra Kumarji and Srinivas Mohanty for sponsoring this event. And there are also other 6 sponsors, and we are going to thank them after each and every presentation. Thank you once again, all the sponsors. Now I'd like to invite Veera Chami. Veera Chami, are you there? Unmute your mic, Veera Chami.
Yes, sir. I'm.
Thank you. I have gone through your profile, and I resemble myself with you, because when in Gujarat, initially when I was also a consultant like you, a technical person, used to work as an advisor. So somebody said me, what is your fees? So I said, I take generally 5 to 6%. So they said, if you give me 100%, why don't you make your own 100%? So you are also an example. You worked as a technician, and you have given success to many farmers. And then finally, realizing the worth of shrimp farming, you became the farmer. So you are a very good example, and you have a 30 years of immense experience in the field of shrimp farming. I welcome you to share your good experience with our participants. Thank you. Thank you, Viraj.
Yes, madam, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I thank SAP for giving me this opportunity to present what I was doing for the past 10 years, particularly with Venami. Our farm located near Bapatla. Okay, can you show me the presentation slide?
You have to share the screen, Virasan.
Yes, is that enough? Yes, sir.
Yes. Just make it to full slide.
Full. Sure.
Virachami, go back to your presentation and just play. There will be a small sign of play. You have to just make it a full slide.
There is a little. Okay.
Okay. If you're struggling, just continue like that. No problem.
Play button, red color button press பண்ணுங்க சார்.
F5.
கீழ அத பிரஸ் பண்ணுங்க.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, so our farm near Bapatla, it is around water spread area of 100 acres. Our farm is very isolated. There is total of 200 acre water spread area is there. We use only seawater, that also raw water, because it is a sandy soil area. It's like a sponge. Whatever you pump in, it will go out. 1 feet also, if you pump daily, 1 feet will go out. So what we did, we arrested everywhere, all the drains we arrested. We put a main gate or to the sea where water goes out. It's like, you can say it's a ETP like it functions. Our pumping rate reduced drastically from 24 hours to per day, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. We don't have option of putting a reservoir and preventing seepage and treating water. Those and all we were not able to do. We were doing only with raw water. Whatever provided the facility is there, whatever possible, we were trying to do our best. This Venami culture, we were having a lot of problem with overblooming, water exchange and other things. If you do water exchange with raw water, there will be problem. White spot problem enter or some other pathogen will enter. So to prevent that, we were trying for different things, whatever physically possible, that is arresting drain, so that your pumping rate will be less. After that, we were trying for biofloc when it was introduced from other countries. Some seminars were arranged, we were attending that. We were trying to implement that in a few ponds. We were very successful with whatever biofloc. We were in the learning phase. Even now also we continue in biofloc, means semi-biofloc, not 100% biofloc, like dark room biofloc culture. We are doing along with algae we do, but because of algae, our consumption of carbohydrate reduced drastically. We use very little carbohydrate for to start the biofloc. Only for starting, maybe 3-4 days we start the biofloc. After 30 days, once the feed reaches to certain stage.
You can change the slide, Virachami, you can change the slide.
After 30-40 days after using feed times, only whenever we see ammonia above 0.5 ppm, we used to give a dose of carbohydrate like jaggery or can say molasses. Whatever is available, whatever is with us, we use it. It is very rare only, maybe some few times we use. Whenever bloom also goes high, we use that carbohydrate. Like for ammonia 1 ppm, we give around 20 ppm carbohydrate, 1:20 ratio. After implementing this biofloc, semi-biofloc, whatever we call it, we were having very less problem with white fecal and not white fecal, white spot disease and Vibrio also was we observed very less. It never increases maybe 10 count like that. Very rare it goes up to 50 or 100. We see a lot of benefit with that. Particularly, pH is very stable. Suppose some part goes 7.8 means it goes for 7.8 for a very long time, maybe 10 days, 20 days, like that. Little change will be there. That may be more conducive. That's what we believe for us to prevent the particularly white spot disease. But of late, we are getting a lot of white fecal problem, which we were not able to overcome up to now. We don't know what to do because we use raw water. We don't have control over there. What we believe is, can say, the genetics plays a major role, which we don't have control. Only the government and the industry leaders must take some action there, bringing better genetics to broodstock, better genetics broodstock, like that. Regarding broodstock, we see better benefit, means more resistant animal like blue genetics. We were having some advantage than other broodstock. But growth is little less also. It is okay for us. We are looking for recently some other broodstocks also introduced. We want to have a trial there. Up to 3 years back, we were very happy with whatever system we have. But now EHP, it's a very contagious. It is a long-lived spore-forming pathogen. We don't know what to do. Also, we are trying to overcome this problem. Maybe some solution we come up with, or we may be getting from you people also. I believe that some people will give some clue for that. We are also not, don't know what to do, but we are continuing like that. We are just surviving with our farm. I'm not making losses. We are just surviving. We are waiting for something better comes up. Thank you, sir. Hello.
Virajame, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Your good insight, and because after listening to you, I reminded you a quote of Einstein that he said that it's not I'm very smart, but I stayed longer with the problems. So it's 30 industries, and you're still surviving with a lot of problems and fighting out to make successful crop. And I really appreciate your short presentation. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Senthil, again, I request you to run the commercial for our sponsors. And once again, I thank sponsors for sponsoring the event. And the second sponsor is Growell. I'd like to thank the team Growell, especially to Mr. Narendra and Chari sir, and also our good friend Sandeep Bahirao from Growell team. Thank you, Senthil. Fifth in the line, I'd like to invite Captain Ranjit Patel. Captain Ranjit Patel is the second generation farmer from Maharashtra. He is the son of our most respected shrimp farmers in Maharashtra, Shri Ajit Patel Sahab. And I remember I think it is one of the largest farm in West Coast of India. And when I was a student in CIF, we used to go for our study at this farm. So Ranjit, I welcome you to share your good experience from Maharashtra.
Sir, I'm just sharing my screen.
Yes, Ranjit.
Is my presentation visible, sir?
Not yet. Now it's visible. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction, and I thank SAP for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I'll be speaking for the Maharashtra region. For the ease and flow of my presentation, I've divided it into the following subtopics. So, Pancham Aquaculture Farms was created in the joint sector to promote aquaculture in Maharashtra. Our first crop was in 1991, where we were culturing indicus. Stocking density was 60 pieces, and we were able to produce 5.5 tons per hectare. Later, we moved to monodon, and now currently we are doing Benami since 2011. Our results from 2011 till date are in the table on the screen. So Pancham Aquaculture Farms is located in the Palghar district of Maharashtra. It is in a 4,800 hectare intertidal zone where, as you can see on the screen, the farms are pretty spread apart and there's no overcrowding. Our farms are divided into two sites. First is at Vedi. I'm indicating it on the screen right now. And secondly at Jalsar. Total water spread area for our farm is approximately 350 hectares. So the source of water is the Sarwar Creek, which is a tributary of the Vaitlana River. It is between 5 kilometers to 12 kilometers from the open sea. Tidal amplitude in the area is of 5 meters. So salinity during the monsoon is 0 ppt, and it can go to 35 ppt during the summer. And we say we have two winters, actual winter itself and also the monsoon, where the temperature is in the low 20s. On our farm, we have two types of ponds. One is the semi-intensive ponds, which are between 1 and 1.5 hectares each. We have 23 of these ponds. And secondly, we have the improved traditional type of ponds, as I'm indicating on the screen right now. These ponds are on average 16 hectares per pond, and we operate 12 of these ponds. So the natural question for anybody would be, what are the improved traditional ponds and why Pancham operates such type of ponds? In 1996, the Supreme Court passed an order which declared aquaculture to be illegal in the coastal areas and had actually ordered the demolition of all farms. The next year, they stayed the order for demolition, but aquaculture continued to be illegal except for traditional and improved traditional ponds. Secondly, because we are operating on government leased land, we had to occupy the area given to us or it would be repossessed. So we were forced to create these large ponds. So the main differences between semi-intensive and improved traditional ponds are the stocking density. Firstly, in semi-intensive, we stock between 30 and 40 pieces per square meter, yielding up to 7 tons per hectare. And in this case, we have to give artificial aeration through paddle wheels. In the improved traditional ponds, our stocking density is as low as 7 pieces per square meter, yielding only 1 to 1.5 tons per hectare. All aeration is through natural processes of wave action or photosynthesis. Other differences are that in the semi-intensive ponds, we are using auto feeder. Each auto feeder has 2 check trays, which are checked 8 times a day. The feeding is spread over 10 hours from 8 in the morning to 6 in the evening, divided in 4 slots. We divided it into 4 slots so that we can add or top coat any additional inputs that we want to give with the feed. for various purposes. We increase the feed if there's no balance throughout the day, and reduce it if any pellets are found multiple times within the day. So the increases or decreases in batches of 5% of the daily running feed. In the semi-intensive ponds, we've kept a feed limit of 150 kgs per hectare per day. The reasons for which I'll come to at a later stage. In each of these semi-intensive ponds, we have a central drainage, which is operated by gravity. So we don't operate any pumps. We just have to open a pipe, an elbow on the outside of the pond, and the water flows automatically. In our improved traditional ponds, we are using mechanized boats for feeding. Check trays are placed at 1 tray per hectare, and we check these trays thrice a day. Feeding, however, is done 4 times a day. If there is no balance for 2 days continuously, then we'll increase the feed. And similarly, if there is a balance for 2 days consecutively, we'll reduce. The feed limit for this type of pond is between 12 and 17 kgs per hectare, depending upon the temperature, the climate, and whether how much water exchange we are able to give in that pond. Next, I come to our biosecurity measures. So I think it's pretty standard in all ponds that we have bird netting, animal fencing. There's a foot dip and hand wash at the entrance of each section and at the entrance of each pond. We have strict segregation of employees and equipment between sections. Nothing can go between the 2 sections. No outside vehicles, including harvest vehicles, are allowed into the farming area except for the final harvest. During partial harvest, we use our own ice for chilling. We don't use what the buyers bring. We use our own equipment, our own containers while doing the weighment. After weighment at the pond side, the material is taken to the farmers, to the buyer's vehicle outside, and the material is transferred in a contactless manner to the vehicle. So these measures we had taken initially to prevent white spot, but now it is also keeping us, helping us during these COVID pandemic times. Just a quick thing that we are currently stocking tolerant line of seed. This is because we had a white spot attack 2 years ago and again last year. So we decided to sacrifice the potential of slower growth for better survival and to ensure our crop. So the issues that we are facing or the industry is facing, I would say, is there's only one issue, and that is of reducing margins. The margins are reducing for 2 reasons. I would say is one is the increased cost of production, and second part is the lower selling price. The increased cost of production, there are things out of our control, such as the seed price or the feed price. But even if we can't control the feed price, we can definitely control the amount of feed that we use, the amount we're spending on aeration, other health products, what survival we can get at the end of the crop, and avoiding diseases. So I'll be addressing each of these things in the next slides. So one main factor by which we can control our costs, and secondly maintain our culture in good health, is because our water spread area for culture is nearly equal to that for what we use for reservoirs. So our ratio of culture area to reservoir area is nearly 1:1. So during the monsoon, when the salinity is low, we store the water, and the same water is pumped into our culture ponds in the summer so that we can keep our salinity in check. Similarly, post monsoon, when the salinity can go as low as 5 ppt in our culture ponds, we take water from the creek, treat it, and use it to increase the salinity. This also helps us in supplementing or adding minerals and micronutrients to the culture ponds. One way of managing our FCR is by using auto feeder. There are many brands which are available, but for while using the auto feeder, like I mentioned earlier, for semi-intensive, we are fixing a limit of 150 kilos per hectare. That helps us to maintain the bottom and the water quality, and also to mitigate any unnatural spike in feed that might be consumed by the shrimp. Once we hit the limit, we'll do a partial harvest. In our semi-intensive ponds, we are using only paddle wheel aerators currently. We use 12 HP per hectare at 40 pieces stocking density. We use 4 paddle single HP paddle wheel aerators. We check our DO every 2 hours, day and night. A person is dedicated to check the DO and increase and decrease the number of aerators running in a pond depending upon what the readings he gets. We try and maintain our DO to be at a minimum of 4.5 ppm. Like I've been saying since the beginning, our main focus is on feed control and water exchange to maintain a good pond environment. Even then, we use 2 brands of soil probiotic alternatingly. The first is Rhodobacter and Rhodococcus based, the other being a strain of the Bacillus bacteria. This has been pretty effective, and at the end of the crop, there's hardly any, or if at all, any sludge at the bottom. Of course, we need to use specialized products as need-based when we have white gut or other such incidences. For a better survival in the pond, we pay a lot of attention while acclimatization. We do the acclimatization for temperature, pH, and salinity. We use 500 liters tanks. In each tank, we stock only 3 lakh PL. During the process of acclimatization, oxygenation is given through air stones, and we provide live feed to the seed. Exchange is done for 30 minutes per unit difference in salinity. In our improved additional pond, for the first time in this crop, we've created a pen nursery within the pond itself. The stocking density in that area is around 100 per square meter. We've done this to enhance the feed availability for the PL by reducing the area in which we feed. Also, we have a lot of problem with filamentous algae. So we are able to keep this pen nursery area clean, and because of which the PL also benefits. Excuse me. So the second part of our reducing margins is the selling price. So for the past year, our average selling price has been 50 count. Earlier, we used to sell more than 70% of our produce to the processors for the export market. But this year, it has been nearly 50-50. So when we sell in the local market, we get our payment is also done much earlier, and rates are also better. We get better rates because we supply regularly to the local market. So except for the months of December and January, we try and stock throughout the year. As a result of which, we have material available on the farm for the most part of the year. For example, for this calendar year, 270 days, we've had harvests on more than 135 days. So that's nearly like every alternate day if you look at it. Secondly, we pay a lot of attention to our post-harvest handling so that the quality is maintained. The regular supply and the good quality has created a preference for a material in the local market, for which we are able to command a premium. Sir, if we have more time at the end, I'll have a small anecdote from this lockdown period, how we were able to get good results from sales.
Take 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Before we coming to that, I'll just speak about some unresolved issues that we have on our farm. A lot of farms I've heard have incidences of continuous mortality, or people say running mortality. They're not able to attribute any specific reason what causes this, because we test for all the diseases under OIE surveillance and we get negative reports. So I think efforts are required in pathogen discovery so that farmers actually know what they are facing. On our farm specifically, we have a lot of problem with filamentous algae, jellyfish, and creeper snails, which lead to low survival on the farms, which can lead to low survival on our farm. Lastly, from the regulatory point of view, all of us are registered with Coastal Aquaculture Authority for culture of a single species in the coastal area. If we want to change the species culture between shrimp species, or if we want to switch to finfish, we have to apply to Coastal Aquaculture Authority for change in species, and we all know how long that can take. Under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, a lot of stress is being put on species diversification. But sir, how can a farmer without flexibility of operation go for species diversification? I think the seniors over here can take up with appropriate authorities to address this issue. That's all I have now for sir. If there are any questions, I can answer them now or at the end of the session, whenever.
We will take some questions at the end of the concluding session, Ranjit. Captain Ranjit, thank you so much. You reminded me a dialogue of the famous Maharashtrian actor Nana Patekar that from the movie Ab Tak Chappan. Once a soldier is always a soldier. Earlier, you used to work for the national security, and now you have joined hand in aquaculture with your father to support the national food security. Thank you once again, Ranjit, for a good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
I request Senthil once again to run the commercial for our sponsors. Here, once again, I'd like to thank our third and fourth sponsor, Kemin and Poseidon, especially Muthu, Srini. They are the part of our committee, SAP, and thanks to them for the continuous support. Thank you. Thank you once again, Senthil and all our sponsors. Now, sixth in the line, I'd like to invite Sri Ramaraju. Ramaraju is a very senior farmer with 25 plus experience in shrimp farming and mostly in the West Godavari, Bhimavaram area. Ramaraju, the best part is that most of the farmers in India recently are suffering from EHP and a lot of running mortality and crop failures. So Ramaraju is a perfect example how he has overcome the EHP issues in the area, and we would love to know from him. Mr. Ramaraju, you can share your presentation, please.
So, sure, sir. Sure.
Someone, actually, I think Ramaraju has been assisted by a translator.
Yes, sir.
Convert it. We'll explain it in English. Translate.
Can I share my screen, sir? Can I share my screen, sir?
Please, dear. Please. Can you put it to full mode?
Yes, sir. Sure. Good afternoon, all. I am Ram Raju. I will continue, sir. Sir, good afternoon to all, sir. He's Mr. Ramaraju Garu, sir. He's from Andhra Pradesh, West Godavari, from Bhimavaram, Endagandi area, sir. He's a successful farmer for 10 years, sir. He is culturing around 20 acres. From 2010 onwards, he is doing his culture, sir. From initial stage, he is some crop failures and success. So many changes are getting, sir. Now he is very good knowledge at shrimp culture, and also he is one of buyers, a trader, and seed supplier, and also our grower feeds dealer also, sir. This is the location of our farm, sir, in Andhra Pradesh, in Bhimavaram, Endagandi area, sir. These are the tanks. He has 4 ponds, sir, in 5.5 hectares. Pond aeration type is pedal wheels and blowers also is there. So sometimes he is using aeration, blowers also, sir. But sometimes some problems are facing regarding blowers due to some EHP problems. We have 2 to 5 ppt salinity in our area, sir. We have 25 to 33 degrees Celsius in temperature, and water source is groundwater for salt and fresh water in the creeks, from the creeks. Then we are going to culture around overall the year, sir. For year we are doing three crops. Yeah. So starting density we have 25 to 35 PL per square meter, and seed lining growth line. Next. So majorly we have some problems we are facing, sir. One is EHP and one is WSSV, sir. From 2006 onwards, we are facing a pandemic problem regarding EHP, sir. But we did not live up the problem. We are getting some remedies to avoid EHP. Then we are second problem we are facing WSSV and awareness among farmers. Actually, from the first onwards, he is doing some lack of some knowledge and lack of some interaction with other farmers. Some pond preparation and seed selection. Some are going in wrong methods. That is the lack of experience in the management of ponds. The factors of lower crop productivity due to white fishes are next loose shell, then you are getting EHP. These three problems are come one to another together. Then 8 to 10 grams of average body weight is first initially is getting that average body weight of 8 to 10 grams of body weight only. After that you are getting good crop also. So what main problem is EHP, sir. The problems for avoid this problem, we are applying a bunt lime for 2 tons per acre and drying and plowing. Then we are going to again apply 1 ton of bunt lime for acre, and it is leave for drying. Then second method is 60 ppm, 70% of the bleaching we have to apply. And the third method is applied 0.01 sodium hydroxide, means 480 kgs per acre, 1 feet water, sir, and 10 ppm and 10 formulin also, sir, 10 ppm formulin also. So here we are following 1 and 2 method. These 2 methods are we are following. That is the reason we are eradicate that EHP problem together. Next, remedial measures to seed selection. Actually, seed selection is very important. It carries very important role in our aquaculture. In generally, we are selecting the repeated hatchery. We have to select it, sir. Then we have to get one to 4 batches seeds. We have to prefer. Then seed testing is very must. Then Vibrio test, WSSV, and IHH&V, EHP, those tests we have to done very rapidly. Then PL stocking for pH adjustment and acclimatization is also very important. Here we have to mention that Vibrio test and WSSV is very important before stocking the seed. Without these testings, we are not go forward. We should not go forward for stocking. Even though stocking time also we have to check the pH adjustment and acclimatization also. Here in our area we are going to stocking methods are different. Some are direct stocking and some are stocking for how oxygen cylinders also, with the help of oxygen cylinders also. The direct stocking we are going to 10 PL stage we are going to direct stocking only. Then second stage we are going to PL ethane ponds for 0.5 PL per liter, then lined nursery pond 3 to 4 PL per liter. Then PL shifted into grower ponds for 1 gram per AVW. That means AVW 0.2 grams average body weight in lined from the lined nursery. Actually, from the lined nursery and we are going to line nursery, it is most of the cost effect, sir, because here it is moreover the ponds are in leased ponds. Then in generally farmers are thinking the time and the duration of that lease, everything is calculated. That is the reason nobody is following that nursery tank, I mean lined tanks. The pond management in the water maturation, daily activated probiotics. Actually, in the maturation level, we are following grow well feeds SOP methods, standard operating procedures. That is, the fermented juice is daily applying for ponds. Then feed management is very important, carries very important role for good crop building. The strict feed uptake observation for a check tree is very important. Actually, Ramaraj sir is initiated that auto feeders also in that particular area. Nobody is using that auto feeders, but he is trying to in innovative methods to follow in culture. That is the reason he used that auto feeders also. But he notified some problems also in auto feeders. That is from 35 DOC, it does not works. And even though sometimes we have to go for feed supplement, even that time also we are not able to use auto feeders. That's the reason sometimes it is not, he identified that problem. And functional feed, we are using Nutriva F15 functional feed. We have Growell functional feeds. Then each functional feed is very good, is getting very good result, but it has to support the all the parameters we have to calculate. The what are the parameters means the pond management, water pond management and pond preparation, then the water quality checking. Next, everything, each and everything is carry for the feed functional feed. If you are following these all very well, then you are getting very good result. However, if you are not following that if you are not following in very good in level, we are not getting good crop. Next, immunity enhancing feed supplements. So initial immunity enhancing feed supplement means initially from 35 days he is using vitamin C and some other probiotics also. Daily, regularly is used to mix in feeds. Then pond quality checks means water quality checking is daily observation. We are going to daily observe. Weekly checking water parameters, some vibrio loads and some other from the pond level only we are going to pH, ammonia, nitrate, hardness, alkalinity. We are going to check these all parameters. But weekly we are going to check the vibrio loads also. But we did not get vibrio loads thoroughly because we are applying probiotics often. That's the reason we are not getting vibrio loads even. Next, shrimp health condition is also we are getting very good result for good result. Then checking for EHP every 2 weeks when any wet mold test in Growell labs. Actually, from the sampling only we are collecting that seeds for checking EHP. It is available at my Grovel lab at Singaraipalam. He is used to checking these all things forward. The successful strategy for Mr. Ramaraju Garu, first of all, pond preparation he is taking very care about the pond preparation. First, he does not care about that lease time and expensive anything. Just he is going to dry the pond, liming, bleaching, everything he has to go for very step by step. And the water maturation, what I told before, we are going to follow that SOP, standard operating procedure for fermentation juice. The fermentation process is we are following very often because we are getting very good results due to the water maturation before stocking. Then seed selection and stocking, direct stocking. The seed selection is also very important. We have to SPF seed only we have to check what we told before. 1 second, sir. Next, pond management and daily activated probiotics functional feed. Nutriva F15 is our functional feed, sir. We are using that functional feed as alternative feed for the Grovel feed, and health monitoring is very important. For every sampling, we are going to checking EHP from our Grovel lab only. And partial harvest also we are going for from the count of 100 crore. Next, the harvest details is previous crop and the successful crop. We are getting two variations, sir. Average body weight of 8.33 grams we are getting previous crop, but now we are successful crop we are getting 20 grams, and total biomass we are getting for 20 acres for 11.5 metric tons, but we are getting 32 metric tons per 20 acres. The total feed tons means 13.8 tons is consumed for that 20 last crop, but we are getting 40 tons. Previous crop from 8.33 grams we are getting 1.2 FCR, but 20 grams of average body weight we are getting 1.25 FCR. Last crop we are getting 8.33 grams of 100% survival, but a successful crop we are getting 96% of survival. The pond preparation is before stocking. The pond preparation, what we are facing in West Godavari EHP is the major problem, sir. We are applying 6 metric tons per hectare. Hectare is burnt lime, and it is mandatory because everything we don't know that EHP is whether it is there or not. We don't know, but sometimes if you find any wet mount, I mean any species in wet mount test, we are going to apply that 6 metric tons of burnt lime per hectare. Then seed selection also it is important. Monitoring shrimp health. Every sampling we are getting to if any in his observation, if any problem facing, any doubt regarding the THP, just immediately go for lab. Next. Incorporation of new technologies for betterment of crop productivity means sometimes he is going to sledge removal pumps also is used. That means even that means 30 count and 30 count. If you are going to that level, he is going to use that sledge removers. And the farm management means each and every check tray and each and every feeding he is observing himself only. Nobody is allowed to his pond without his permission, and he does not allow anybody, even though other technicians also does not allow to his pond without his permission. That is the one of the major precaution for preventing other diseases like WSS and other. So the EHP actually the EHP problem is the major problem in our area. Sometimes what will happen, it is a media for even though sometimes water, even some soil also it was getting. Somebody is harvesting EHP water, somebody is pumping water. Sometimes it was happening. The that level he is just gathering, associating all the farmers who has who is releasing that water to that drain and who is pumping. That level also he is taking very care, because he is the ponds are very close to that creek. So these are the methods he is following for his farm management. The auto feeders, he just now only he used that feed, but he have notified some problems to rectify that issue. And okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Ramaraj Garu. It was a wonderful presentation, and I really liked it, because the way your small farm is a whole representation of the country, because India and Andhra Pradesh, if you see, our 80-85% farmers are below 5 hectares, and most of them last 3 years are suffering from EHP. So after seeing your success and watching your presentation, most of the farmers must be feeling very happy that if you can do it, they can also do it. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate your time, and thank you for the translation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now I request once again Senthil to run the ad for the commercial ad for our sponsors. And in this series, I'd like to thank our fifth and sixth sponsor, Synergy and Upper Water Base. Thank you, Nandakumarji, Dr. Alada, and thank you, Mr. Ramakant Akula and our Shri Ramji for sponsoring this event. Thank you so much. Thank you, Senthil. Thank you once again, all sponsors. Now I would like to invite the last but not the least speaker, is the champion from Shikazi, Mr. Ali. Are you there?
Yes.
Ali Hussain.
Yes.
As his name suggests, Ali, he's the Muhammad Ali, is the Muhammad Ali of shrimp farming area in Tamil Nadu. Right from shrimp farming to hatchery to a feed miller, and now the fish plant, is a perfect example from a vertical growth. So we will all love to listen from you, the champion from Shikazi, Muhammad Ali. Please, Ali sir.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Manoj Sharma. And can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, the President, SEP, and office bearers and members and panelists of SEP, and all my gurus, aqua gurus, and teachers. Shall I share my slides?
Yes, already.
Okay.
It's already there, full screen.
Already on the screen. And Dr. Manoj Sharma, you already pick up the time, though it is late by half an hour. Now it is picked up. It shows your skillness and your time sense. Okay, good. Okay, so that our title is Mitigating the Hardships in Shrimp Farming Today by Bismi Prawn Farms. Honestly, in aquaculture, it is very difficult to say because most of the success, it depends by environment rather than our skillness or your experience, any other things. So what we have learned in this last 30 years, if I think simply, and the incredible truth is we do not know anything. Because a farmer with simple earthen ponds harvested successful crop continuously, and a farmer equipped with a lot of skillness, knowledge, infrastructure facilities also fails. So which decides the success? Is it organism or bacteria, and other millions of unknown factors? So quite frankly, we do not know the exact reason behind for having an optimum harvest for our last crop or any of the crops in the last 30 years. Around 70 cycles we have done so far. About our Bismi Prawn Farms, we have around 47 ponds, that is 37 hectares. So that means only 40 to 50% of the total area is put into use of culturing shrimps. Remaining 50%, more than 50% like reservoir, ETPs, canals, buffers, and so many other factors. So we use only 40 to 45% of the total area into aquaculture for the shrimp production. Our source of water is only Bay of Bengal, that is 33 salinity. So in winter crop, we used to get around 26 to 42 ppt. In summer, it goes up to 34 to 54 ppt. Bismi is highly prone to any changes in the nature like tsunami or that cyclone or sea level rise, whatever that, because our source is only the seawater. Okay, let us jump to the brief of winter crop 2020. We have harvested around 412 metric tons of shrimps with the FCR of 1:1.5 at 85 to 104 DOC. The average body weight around 15 to 22 grams. The survival rate is excellent. It was 87%. And we spotted the white fecal in its 35th DOC. We have also, because we cannot simply blame about the seed quality. That's what we stock in different breeders, something like Wanabe, SIS, SYA, and API. It is invariable of any breed stock, any PL. It affected almost all the ponds. We stocked only 60 per square meter. And we have a traceability for each pond, which stocks are in which pond or something like, as we have our own hatchery. And we did not use any functional feed, and we use our own shrimp feed. And we have the complete traceability on feed input as well. Being an in-house feed mill, we make changes according to the climatic conditions, clinical signs, and behavior of the shrimps. If this is called a functional feed, then yes, maybe. Next. Our aerators are designed. We have around each pond around 12 numbers of aerators, 12 into 2 HP. All are 6 paddle wheel aerators. All it is focusing on the total nutrition load to the central drainage system. We have a central drainage system. And the central drainage system, sorry, I didn't give it to you here. This is, we copied from that our ancient kings like Chola drainage systems. In our last crop, we did not open the central drainage, nor any water exchange were given other than the top of water. Of course, the rain helped us a lot to prevent the intake of seawater, which could have become harmful due to different cyclone impacts on sea in the winter season, and also to analyze crop from different perspectives. We start our pond preparation right from the time of harvest. Please kindly note it. Right from the time of harvest. The first draining of our pond water immediate after harvest through central drainage marks our pond preparation. After the harvest, when the pond water level reaches to a depth of 2 feet, we start chain dragging to the low to the center. The nutrient load from the central drainage becomes a good source of nutrition to our mangrove trees. Almost it is in more than few thousands, which we have planted and developed over the last 2-3 decades. And you could see the luxuriant growth of the mangroves in the drain canal as well as in the ETPs. The harvest was, however, is a distress one, which was due to diseases such as WSSV and white feces. The white feces was initially found at very few ponds, later spread to the entire farm. The feeding rate per day dropped even below 40, 30, something like that. We do not have any neighboring farm within 2-kilometer radius. However, the effect of nearby creeks creates an impact in the sea as well through birds. We are actually the bird net. Only thing you can avoid the picking of shrimps, that infected shrimps from your pond. But if it comes and brings from outside and it can drop it, that bird net will not prevent it from affecting of the diseases. We are basically designed to provide the shrimp with home environment, but it cannot be 100%. Be defined as aqua mimicry. We do not use bioflux system. Key factors. The one essential key factor in aquaculture is to be awakened and cautious at all times, more particularly at night hours. We cannot neglect any changes that we could feel through our senses at our ponds. All your 5 senses should be cautious, and right decisions at the right time is one of the major factors behind our crop results. Your shrimp farm must maintain track records on their feeding scale, reported weak and dead shrimps per day. pH twice a day, dissolved oxygen level 3 times a day is must, despite the behavior of the pond. Because if the pH is morning and evening, the variation in pH, evening pH always has to be higher. If it is lesser, you should be very cautious. And if it is more than 0.5, also very cautious. You should be very cautious. Something is going wrong in your aquatic environment. Any abnormal changes in pH, that's what I told you. DO confirms ecosystem irrespective of being beneficial or harmful. Actually, some other uninvited or unwanted microorganism entered into our culture systems. Otherwise, the fluctuation will not happen that drastically. However, farmers have to break their head to come to a conclusion. New lessons from past and present. As said earlier, we faced white feces issues at 35th DOC and noted seagull syndrome as indicated by migrating seagull at the 70th DOC. Here I respectfully remember Dr. Victoria Alde. I think she is the one first identified the white spot syndrome virus in late 1980, if I remember. And whenever the seagull enter into our farm and roaming around your farm, that means within 14th day, you're going to have a white spot disease outbreak. You confirm it. And we have initiated our harvest when the pond showed critical signs at the 85th DOC. Now you can correlate with 70th DOC, the seagull syndrome which we have observed, and 85th DOC, we have harvested the pond. We have started the harvest in the first pond. The feeding was impromptu, as the check tray observation were different from animal behavior in few ponds. Depending only on check tray, feeding alone is quite risky at present situation. Not like tiger period. Here, sometimes it may consume a lot of feed, sometimes it may not touch the feed. That means we cannot come to a conclusion that shrimp is not in appetite. Actually, it may take the dead shrimps or the big shrimps, or otherwise it may eat the detritus in the pond, which worsen the situation. So though the feed intake is low, we should practice it to give more feed. At the same time, every pellet it matters. Whatever the feed, it is unconsumed feed, it is more worsen the situation. It should be very critical. You have to play very carefully and tactfully. The water quality of creeks, sea, and such other water bodies has been polluted. We have to agree that, we have to accept it due to various reasons. Few farmers, for benefit of few lakh rupees, dumping bacterial loads into ponds will only harm the environment and the shrimp farming more. Being a water circular economy, dumping the load into the same resource water after harvest, leave us with a question of what kind of impact will be created in the ecology, which could even have adverse result in the pond after intake. Here we cannot forget one thing. Your machineries like aerators or pump or your DG set, whatever it is, if it is grounded or if it is wear and tear, whatever thing, you can change it. Even the pond team you can change. Even the pond management you can change. Even you can sell the pond, but which you cannot change is the source of water and the river and the sea. These are the things you cannot do anything. So for example, you can see one thing, and we are all witnessing it. After the cyclone, after the heavy floods, the entire creek will have the best crop immediate after the cyclone or immediate after the flash floods. Occurrence of dinoflagellates in sea and creek water has become very frequent compared to 1990s, 2000s, and to 2010, when it was hardly seasonal. We could also see farmers abandoning certain creeks after few years of culture. This even stands as testimony to the rising concern of environment. If we, as an aquaculturist, do not bother about that environment of our creek or river or the marine, who else is going to bother about it? We are the only people properly utilizing that source. That means we are much bothered about our source of water. So that means we are having our own commitment to have our business sustainably. Thoughts on pre-growth. Nurseries. Yes, many people discussed and have said their experiences. Why we are going for nurseries and multi-stage growth systems is presumed to become a necessary evil due to the degrading environment at large around the globe. I may be wrong, but we have to accept it. However, the practice and system of pre-growth stages needs to be handled in much more proficient and professional way than just using the HDB seeds in the bottom and nets as roof, which is followed in most farms today. Just kindly think about why we are switching over to the multi-stage nurseries and pre-growths, all these things, because we are not able to continue our crop in an earthen pond for more than 60, 70, or 80 days. So it is within us, we have to discuss many things about our environment, which cannot be changed on our own. We can change everything, total system, everything can change, not our source of water. Okay, if there is anyone to blame incurring a huge investment for multi-growth stages, we should blame our own selves for acting unprofessionally at certain situations. We need to care for the environment as much as we care for our aquaculture ponds. In short, the cracks to take home. Aquaculture is not just about science. Aquaculture should be approached in a scientific way with artistic approach, which demands history of pond and source water that needs to be nurtured more than the cultured animal. So the FCR is the deciding factor, as the FCR is the deciding factor of success or failure of crop, or the profit or loss of the crop. So keenly be calculative on survival assumptions. Survival cannot be assumed based on sampling alone, because it would have been viable option for black tiger, but not for white panamint. Caution on spotting shrimp in dive. The molting should happen spontaneously, and if we are able to witness, we need to understand that the shrimp or the environment is under stress. Any unusual behavior of the shrimp, it may be a single shrimp, should be attended to it immediately. Do not depend only on structure observation alone. Look at other factors and indications. Natural lifespan of culturing shrimp is not meant to die during the culture. Please kindly take my word. Because within 30 days, or 90 days, or 120 days, or 150 days, it is not a lifespan of a shrimp. If it dies, the farmer should find the cause for the same. The birds are the naturally designed excellent supervisors. If birds like eagles, kites fly at the pond center, the farmer need to be alerted because it may be due to our soft cell or gill choke or any other animals. But if a seagull visits within 10 to 14 days, the harvest should be decided. If the same seagull visits dike area of the pond, that means it is our ignorance. The pond must be harvested immediately. Seagull and WSSV are good allies. Here I would like to request Dr. Loktron or some other virologist around the globe. There is some connectivity, some relationship with seagull and WSSV. And in future, we do not know, you may get a solution from seagull for white spot syndrome virus also. It is my assumption, I may be wrong. The quality of pond source water and pond bottom and neighbor farm is very crucial for your farm success. The quality of pond source water and pond bottom and neighbor farm is very crucial for your farm success. More than seed and feed, the aforementioned is most important. Because nowadays, everybody's are selling the good quality seeds. And because there is no, I don't believe there is a in-house breeding seeds are selling in the market, because now that CAA is kind enough to give us a good quantity of good stock import. So there is not necessary for any hatchery to use the local bred stocks or something like. So I don't think that, let us rule out that that kind of the improper or that inferior quality the people are selling in the market. I don't think so now. So we have to concentrate our environment and other things. And here I thank you all that sponsors and speakers and panelists and the opportunity given to me to share my experiences. Thank you, Dr. Manoj Sharma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Personally, I really like the way you put into your pure thoughts about and very philosophical and critical about the ongoing situation in shrimp. I don't think now many of people might not be knowing the real meaning of Ali Hussein. You know, Ali means the champion, the supreme, and Hussein is the beauty of mind and thoughts. You know? And today I'm very proud that you stick to your name and given us a very thought-provoking presentation. I personally loved it, especially the few lines that the crux of your presentation is that unless and until we are connected with nature, and if you don't understand the nature, we cannot become successful in doing shrimp farming. After all, we are dealing with life. Thank you, Ali Bhai. It's a wonderful learning from your presentation. Thank you so much. Now I request Santil to run the commercial. And last but not the least, I'd like to thank Vaishaki team for sponsoring the event, especially Jayant, Bhatt, and our champion, our rock star, Ravi Kumar Yalanki for sponsoring the show. Thank you. Thank you, Senthil. Once again, thanks to each and every sponsors. Before going into question answer session and concluding session, I would like to remind a wonderful program coming tomorrow at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. A roundtable discussion among the regional experts, experts like our own the champion shrimp farmer from Gujarat, Saji Chako, followed by the one of our pride who has established himself as a key farmer in Indonesia, Dilip Satyanathan, and Loc Tran, the most famed shrimp farming expert from Vietnam, and Dr. Oliver D. Camp from a renowned probiotic specialist, you can say, a microbiologist from Thailand, and none other than our own Madhusudan Reddy, who will be moderating the entire roundtable series. So don't please miss the show tomorrow, and it will be a wonderful, wonderful experience to listen from all these regional experts. So now I would like to take few questions on behalf of the entire panelists. Starting with Hetal. Hetal, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Hetal, Martin Gurian, he wants to know how you transfer your seeds from first and second phase.
There are two type of transportation we do. First is a funnel system where the ponds are near. Then we do funnel system. There's a pump going on with the water, and with the flowing water we put the seeds, which the time it takes is hardly 2 to 3 minutes to reach the ponds, culture ponds. One is that method. Another method, what we do, the shifting is aerated tanks. We put aerated tanks, and in aerated tanks, we put the seeds, less number of the seeds. Also, we in the aerated tanks, we also shift the seeds to the ponds. So there are two methods for shifting of the ponds.
And Hetal, there is a second question from same Martin that 20 into 100 meter, how many numbers of shrimp you can be stocked?
20, sorry, pardon please.
Your size 20 into 100 meter, 0.2, means like 0.2 hectare. What is the number of stocking?
If the pond is P-line, the P-line ponds, easily you can go with 24 HP. It depends upon your aeration capacity. If you have good aeration around 24 HP, then you can go easily to 120 piece density in P-line ponds.
And his third one is that, can you summarize the production cost, including the depreciation between nursery and grow out phase? What is the difference between the first phase, second phase, and nursery? What difference you have noticed in the cost of production? Because you are doing from last 20 years, direct stocking, nursery, then single phase, now double phase. So what is the benefit on cost of production you have noticed?
The cost of production may be very, we can save by, you can say 20% directly stocking, because we know the number of seeds, what actual number of seeds we getting from the first stage, then actual number of the seeds what we get from the second stage. So we know the exact number of seeds what we have stocked into the grow out, and due to that number, the FCRs are quite controlled. Also, the survival rates are better. We know the survival rates. So the first stage, second stage nursery, you can reduce the cost of production by almost. This is my analysis what we have done.
Thank you, Hetal. Thank you so much. Ranjit, I have a question for you. Ranjit, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Ranjit, many of them have liked your comparison and between the traditional modified extensive and the semi-intensive system. But what, in my opinion, I want to ask you, what is more fruitful to you in last 10, 20 years you've been operating the farm? Which is more fruitful to you, the modified extensive, the traditional, or now your new semi-intensive farms?
Sir, actually, because our farm area is so big and we are operating nearly throughout the year, this improved traditional ponds or our big ponds, they are like our safety net. Because if in case there's some problem in the semi-intensive culture, there's very less reaction time and it's difficult to save the shrimp. Whereas in this in the improved traditional, we get more time to react, and it is also less strenuous to operate because the densities are lesser, and cost of production is also slightly lower. There's not much difference. Many people think that FCR would be very good because the stocking density is so low. FCR should be excellent, but that is not something which we have noticed. Main thing is that water quality remains better, so it is like a safety net for us.
But can you also highlight, because west coast of our India is very prone for white spots, especially in the month of July, August. So
yes,
if you have an outbreak in nearby area, how you manage to
yes,
save such a large traditional and modified excessive ponds?
So, sir, if there is a white spot outbreak, we have a few telltale signs. Like Mr. Ali was saying that the seagull is indication for them in their Shikarzi area. For us, indicator is crabs or crablets. So, if ever we see the shrimp are coming to the side, and even the crabs are coming to the side, we pay special attention to that pond. And one thing I had failed to mention is it takes us 4 days to harvest one of our extensive ponds. It takes us 4 days. So we have to be very careful and observant. Yes, sir. We have to be very observant.
The shrimps dies in hours.
Yes, sir. So that's what, sir. When if we see like a one piece, 2 pieces, even if we see 1 pieces, 2 pieces are swimming towards the side, we immediately send it for testing to the labs. And in the meantime, we contact our buyers to be ready to send their vehicles. And we have to then harvest as soon as we can. A couple of years ago, when we were hit with white spot, over a period of a month, we had to harvest all our extensive ponds. And it was literally day and night harvesting continuously. And it was quite difficult, but thankfully it didn't happen at one go. It happened in a staggered manner, so we were able to manage.
Thank you so much. But my personal straight question to you: what you will prefer if I given a chance? Next development, you will prefer to stick with your traditional system, or you like to convert into semi-intensive?
Oh no, no, so definitely we would like to. So we would definitely like to switch on to the semi-intensive or intensive culture. We were forced into making these traditional pond due to circumstances as mentioned earlier. And we've already started converting a few of our big ponds. We started converting them into semi-intensive ponds. The process has already started.
Thank you so much, Ranjit. Thank you so much.
Right, sir.
There is one question to Ravindra Babu. Mr. Ravindra Babu, are you there?
Sir, hearing, sir.
There is one question that what is the success rate in biofloc system?
Okay.
Depending on salinity also.
Disease. Yeah, he is saying, sir, actually it is success rate is only 50%. It depends on salinity, climate, and as well as disease pattern. And generally, climate, whenever rainy and even white spot prone days, he never stocks in the particular season. Okay, like a rainy season and even sometimes very cold weather, he will avoid. And second thing, what he was saying, if you want success means you should avoid stocking in these days. And second thing is salinity. Whenever after the rains and all, salinity will drop beyond like 0 ppt or somewhere like 1 or 2 ppt, very low salinity. At those times, he will stop like stocking. These things he will avoid. And he was saying, if you won't consider this, success rate will be 50-50%. If you consider this winter, avoiding winter and this one, definitely success rate will be little bit higher, sir.
No, because I want to ask Ravindra Babu, how it is easy for a common farmer to manage and maintain the biofloc system. Is it easy that anybody can do it?
No, sir.
Yes, Srinivas?
Yes, sir. he is saying like it is a little bit.
My question is that.
Yes, sir. It is
Yeah.
little bit difficult to do biofloc for a common farmer. Okay, because they should. ఇంకేమైనా చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నాను.
And 24 hours monitoring చేసుకోవచ్చు.
Yeah, 24 hours we should be in farm and we should keep visual on everything like.
Or very sensitive and vigilant system, right?
Yes, sir.
No, because a lot of speakers, a lot of participants are listening to me. Why I have raised this question? Because if you see India in last 3 years, if you go to internet, there is only one thing which is very sensational is biofloc system, biofloc fish, biofloc this, biofloc that. And each and every state and the government agencies also so much subsidies and been promoted for biofloc. So it is just an internet sensation, or practically also we can make a successful crop out of it. It is very important for us to learn that also. So thank you so much for your critical view on the biofloc system. Now I would like to also ask you, what is the success rate when you have a EHP in your pond and then you harvest? Is it possible that you notice an EHP and then still you can manage to harvest a successful crop?
No.
No, sir. He is saying no. Whenever EHP was there, he didn't get any growth, and he harvested like 100 days, 100 count, some kind of this scenario. Small counts he harvested, like. I mean, small.
But can I pass on the same question to Shri Rambabu Garu? That can he answer that question? What is his experience with EHP and success rate? Mr. Ramraju Garu,
sir,
are you
we
there?
are here, sir. We are here, sir.
Yeah. Can he explain if he finds EHP and what is the success rate?
Success rate actually. చెప్పండి సార్.
తెలుగులో చెప్పండి.
ఎంత సక్సెస్ రేట్, ఎంత పర్సెంటేజ్ అవుతుందని ఇప్పుడు అప్పటికన్నా ఇప్పుడు
21 కౌంట్ పెట్టు, 30 కౌంట్ పెట్టు, చెప్పండి.
అంతే 50%. Sir, we got 60 to 70% of success rate is there, sir. But we are following proper pond preparation method only. Then what we explained before, that plowing and
2 times
burnt lime for 2 times. So if we are following these all things, then we are getting 60 to 70% of success rate, sir.
Thank you so much. I request other panelists, even the president, that if anybody has any question for the speakers.
I have a question to Mr. Ali Hussain. Mr. Ali Hussain, you are mentioning that you were keep on changing the formulation of the feed to make happen. I mean, I know it could be very, very proprietary, but in the emerging situations, like especially with the white fecal problems and all that, I mean, does nutrition play a major role in controlling some of the diseases? I mean, I just want to ask you a question.
Good question, Mr. Saji. Actually, these are the trade secrets. But as you asked me, we know some of the things immune to some of the issues in the shrimps. For example, you know that organic selenium, it plays some vital role in it. And the only that the ascorbic acid, it cannot synthesize on its own. So there are certain things if you manipulate in your formulations, and you can play around, and you have to do the trial and errors, because you are not giving one day and you are not going away the other day. Today you are giving, and every day you are watching it, observing it, and day by day you can do some kind of development. It's like, I don't call it as an R&D, it is a trial and error method. So, but it works well, and we come out of all that difficulties.
Trying to be resistant.
We wanted to resist the shrimp from the diseases. That's it. It is not that it is completely cured or something like. But one thing I can tell you, whichever the pond dropped to 30 to 40% feed, and we have seen the white fecal from 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, up to 3.5, something like earthworms, like it is floating in the water. But it taken again 80%, 90% feed in the same ponds. So something it works well. So we have to keep on do our trials. Thank you, Mr. Sati, for your valid question. Thank you.
Thank you, Saji. Thank you, Ali. Any more question? Because we are already running out of time. It's already 1:15. So we need to conclude the session. President, is it okay? I conclude the session.
Yeah, Manoj, you can wind up.
Thank you. Before concluding the session and a take-home message, I'd like to share my one very good experience. In 2015, I was in Ecuador, and after my presentation, I finished. One guy raised a hand and he asked me in Spanish, so the translator translated it. So the question he asked is that me being a very successful farmer, what I understand about shrimp farming and how I foresee it for the future, how I plan for my future crops. So as I know, I'm a little lighter side when I talk. So I asked him, do you play video games? So he didn't like it. When I asked him, do you play video game? So I said, this is not my answer. I said, I do you. Do you play video game? So he said, yes, sometime I play video game. So then I compare him with video game and shrimp farming. And I like to also compare to hear those who are listening to me. That I ask him, when you clear or pass one level, the same effort is required for the next level, or you have to add some extra effort? He said, no, definitely. Once you cross one level, you need to add on some extra effort. I said, shrimp farming is also like that. Nobody can say the pond, what he has been successful last crop, if he'll repeat the same theory, same task, he will be successful. Because every pond, every site specific, when you do one crop, your one level is crossed. So you need to be very proactive. You need to be very vigilant and you have to add extra effort to attain the second crop. And likewise, as you go on cropping from that particular slide, your level of your effort goes hard and hard. That's where, if you notice, wherever Benami was introduced in global countries, the countries started showing a diminishing trend after 5 to 6 years. India definitely is very lucky that we are still, after 10 years, we are pulling the show. Because our new ponds are adding continuously year by year, and the productivity and the basket is increasing. So that is what shrimp farming is like a video game. Always every level is a big challenge, and you have to put an extra effort to be successful. That is what my outcome and learning from last 25-30 years in shrimp farming. So thank you very much for each and every speaker, and it was a very learning session, especially me also, because my father told me till your last breath you should be a student. So it was a very learning experience, from your 5-10 hectare farming experience to a low productive module successful to a very high intensified closed system from Mr. Hetal, from a small farm to big farm like Ranjit. Everything is and it has made a wonderful show. Thank you so much. And last but not the least, whatever the summary of the presentation, I like to say, we have learned from Bala the take-home message that farmers' unity and association is very, very important for the success of farmers. And you can learn from Gujarat. Gujarat has been phenomenal success with 85-90% rate till 2016-17, just because Farmers Club, Farmers Association, and the creek area farmers are very vigilant and very proactive. They are always united to work. So that's a very good example from Bala. Thank you so much. And he also mentioned keeping the basics very right. And the second takeaway message from our second speaker, Hetal, because since if you study the ongoing disease eruption and outbreaks, wherever there is a downfall, it's always in a very cluster or densely populated shrimp farms. So Hetal has proven a very good example that in that area also, when you have a complete focus on your closed system, and then you have a multiple step of water filtration and making it more pure, one like a nature, you can still manage and run a successful farm with extraordinary profit margins. Thank you so much, Hetal, for that point. And the third and fourth speaker, Ravindra Babu and Girachari, they have given a clear message that though the shrimp farming in India is 40-45 years old, but still the old is still gold, and we can still run with alteration, modification, with proper pond management. We can still continue to run the old farms very successfully. And Captain Ranjit, he has given a fantastic comparison between the big ponds, the large traditional modified extensive, which they were used to do in 90s and in 20s, and then now how the transformation from this traditional ponds to semi-intensive, because it has to adjust and change with the ongoing technical things. That is also a very fantastic comparison. And Ram Raju, I really liked Mr. Ram Raju's presentation, because we see across Andhra Pradesh, lot of shrimp farms, they convert from fish to again shrimp to again fish, and a lot of ponds are perennial, cannot be dried out. And he gave a very classic example of that, when EHP is a slow killer and how it can devastate and break the economical backbone of a shrimp farmer. And then he insisted that the key to EHP is definitely a good selection of the seed, but also the gut conditioning. He has categorically mentioned that the gut condition, especially using of a feed, special feed, and also the fermentation paste and all on the feed has really helped them out. It's also very learning. And last speaker, Ali, what to say? He has floored me. It's a wonderful time. And he reminded me a phrase from Mahabharata: "Jo bhi hua अच्छा हुआ और जो होगा वो भी अच्छा होगा." And परिवर्तन ही संसार का नियम है. This is what he said. The change is the only constant, and he believed that he has given a clear-cut message that I always believe, because last 10-15 years I used to say, do Venami the tiger way, but the meaning was to stick to adhere to the carrying capacity of the pond, so we can have one with the mother nature. So Ali Hussain ji has given a very clear-cut message that one with the nature. If you study the nature and be with the nature, then I don't think the nature can make you fail. So it was a wonderful message, Ali sir. Thank you so much. And I conclude that we as a farmer, we are the fighters, and we are the food providers. So we have the blessings of Almighty. So we just need to keep our basics right. And we are here to survive, and we are here to continue our progress in shrimp farming. And this is a happy new year to all of you, and God bless you. Thanks once again, the team SAP, for giving this wonderful opportunity for me to speak the heart and mind of a farmer and to moderate this farming session. And thanks to all the president and the core committee. And once again, thanks to each and every farmers, the speakers, for the wonderful experience. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Manoj bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj.
So tomorrow, don't forget to join at 10 for a wonderful roundtable series discussion with the Asian experts. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj sir. Thank you, Sap.
Thank you, each and everyone.